Welcome back, Nuggets. This mother clocker's got some thoughts. Let's ruffle some feathers and get into this live stream. Hello, my Nuggets. Hello, everybody. Oh, Axel says hello too. Straight into it. Who have we got? Hello, Neo and Atlas over on Twitch. Thank you so much for supporting over there. Hello, everybody in the chat. Everybody scared me over on YouTube. I swear, one of these days, like the start streaming button and the start recording button are like right next to each other. One of these days, I'm going to go to record a video and just completely go live. Which was not the accidental, going live that we were talking about. Hi, LV. Hello, Heather. Hi, King. Good to see you in here. Hey, Bobay. Hey, Jenton. Hello. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Oh, Janton. I'm telling you, this chicken lady is weird. I bet she would go live by accident. You crack me up. Hello, Mal. Hey, Darkwick. Thank you so much for being in here, LV and Darkwick. I really appreciate your support being mod. Hey, Geek. Your favorite time slot. Hey, Amanda. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Jem. You subscribed this week. Whoops, nearly lost it. You just subscribed this week, and oh my gosh, I've helped you so much. I'm so glad to hear that. That is the foundation of my channel that I hope to achieve. You usually never catch this. You're from Germany and it's time to sleep. Oh man, I do my best with time zones. I do have 2 time slots though. Maybe one of them works better. Bale, thank you so much. You've been paid, have money now. Oh, thank you so much for that super chat. That's really generous. You're usually replay gang. Yeah. I know. And how's this for like, I so badly want to give, all of the Nuggets what they want. And people always say, oh no, that time's no good for me. That time's no good for me. And I'm just like, oh, I've got to add more times. But there is a point where I need to sleep too. You're at work. Perfect time. There's something about the concept of you all being paid while watching me that just tickles me to no end. Hello, Cat Sharky. Hello, Be Like Water Baby. You think you've got to move to Australia to see both streams? Yeah, so long as you don't work during the day on a Friday. Perfect for North America, and you're selfish. That's fine. Hey, Built Different. Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm just catching up. Oh, sorry. Hello, Wide Ride over on Twitch. Saying hello, fellow lurkers. I love that. Okay. Sorry, I'm having some throat difficulties today. My Nuggets. We were going to do... Oh, look, I don't even have my channel brought up. So today I was actually going to do the Amber... the apathetic facts cut of Amber being... I guess restricted in her yelling in her house because there was some really interesting behavioral stuff that came up out of that. And then I noticed that Rachel went and covered the exact same video. So I'm like, hey, 2 birds, right? Maybe without the stone. That's not very nice. Hello, Veronica. You love hearing the chickens in the background. I'm so glad. Hello, Spices. Hang on. Spiciest of juice that I got there. Usually a lurker, but you wanted to say hello from the UK. Hello, I'm so glad you did. I fully respect my lurking nuggets. I really do. I love it when you come in and say hello, though. Hi, Bex. 2 birds, but we just pat them both on the head and give them wormies. Yeah, so we're gonna do Rachel's video, which is also going to cover the video that I wanted to anyway. But before we do, I just wanted to show you something because you did request. Where are we? You asked to see the Maximus. This is the doggo that I am dog sitting at the moment. This is Maxi. He's a corgi. He's an old boy. But the thing about Maxi is that he has 3 phases, right? And you can tell how he's feeling based on what phase. So what you're seeing here is phase 1. Phase 2 would be lying on his side, but when he is most ultimately comfortable and content, phase 3. Isn't he gorgeous? The ears are velvety soft too. He's beautiful. So he's still here with us. I mentioned in my last stream, just in case you didn't catch it, he does have some bladder issues, so he might need to be taken out during the stream, but we will manage that if that happens. But I also just wanted to show you this. So, hang on, sorry. So, you know, my most recent little rescue rooster, Ziggy, he is such a good boy, and my husband caught this footage the other day and I wanted to show you. So, in case you didn't know, roosters live for giving their girls treats. And they do something called tidbitting, which is making this little noise. And sometimes they can call a group, sometimes they can call just one, so they have names and things like that. But he has this tiny little piece of bread, and watch. He's calling them. He just wants to give the treats. And he actually did this, He did this when we first got him and introduced him to his girls. They weren't together, they were separated because, you know, there's a process for introducing animals to each other. Who would have thought? And the poor boy, he was so badly underweight when we got him and he was so unwell. But I gave him a tiny piece of bread, and his first response to getting that piece of bread was to want to give it to his girls. He'll give away everything before he takes for himself. He's such a gorgeous boy. It's a good looking rooster. He is, isn't he? And he's a bantam. He's quite small. He is my sweet little man. He is. Yeah. Oh, Elfie. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Congratulations to Gem, Tiger, Sushi Full, Smitch, and Veronica. You all got gifted a membership from LV. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Can we get some chicken butts if you've got them, or chickens and juicy peaches to celebrate the gifted memberships? Oh no, Amanda, you had your first loss this past week. Miss Moxie, a Bard Rock, she was one of the first chickens. I'm so sorry, Amanda. That's never easy. Atlas, he's setting the bar high. He really is. He's so good with his girls. Yeah. All right. I love of the chicken ass. It's a chicken butt. Because, I don't know, I get weird with my emojis. My goodness, Tay-Tay has some volume, doesn't he? Okay, all right, so let's get into this. Enough prattling for me. I apologize. Let's look at Rachel. She is still dropping, so now she's down to 49.6. It has slowed, but yeah, it is still dropping. Now, in this video, I haven't watched it yet, the one that we're going to watch tonight or today, but... Sorry, one moment.
Good morning. So the night before last, some interesting stuff happened.
Sorry, Nuggets. I'm trying to get my throat in check. It's not playing ball. Now, in this video, I did have a quick squiz at the comments, and apparently she does get into some politics. This, I know, will be triggering for some people because it seems like, based on the comments, maybe she didn't have a great take on this. And I feel like politics are everywhere. I really do. And it encompasses so much. So I do just want to keep in mind that we're not, you know, I'm not the sort of channel that is going to ignore politics. In my real life, I don't ignore politics. It's part of life. But what I do want to say is I feel like I want to personally come here and have a little bit of a breather from it. I get the feeling that a lot of you feel the same way. And I feel like you can go to pretty much any channel and get politics. So we're going to go through it. But let's just keep that in mind. I really don't want this to turn into a political debate in any way. So hopefully you'll get the vibe here that I'm talking about. We're not turning away from it. We're just strategically looking after ourselves. It's the oxygen mask theory and that kind of thing. Oh, sorry, Maggie, I've clicked on the... Is Rachel doing... What is a YDHB? Going right wing? I don't know what she's doing. I don't know her take. I just, reading the comments, it didn't look positive. You hate political talk. Don't know why everyone has to talk about it all the time. I think it's just because we're in quite a state in all over the world. So... It's wise not to ignore it. It really is. But I just don't feel like my channel is the place to do it. So I might actually have to get this playing and go make myself a voice tea. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, everything is political, but not Vera the Chicken. Oh, young dumb honey bun. Of course, of course. Yeah, you'll talk to people in real life, but you don't want to talk about it online to strangers. No, and especially because I have a feeling that the politics that are going to be discussed are American specific. I don't live in America, and while I do have some information about what's going on over there, I don't feel like a qualified individual to discuss it, if that makes sense. Compared to if it were Australian stuff, I feel like I would, you know, have more of a basis, but probably still wouldn't. Anyway, that's my take. So I just wanted to give that warning. But what do you think about this, my nuggets? We're not going to focus too much on looks, as always, but this really stood out to me. Like, I actually kind of sat back and I was literally taken aback. Miss Rachel is not looking herself, was my observation. What do you think? Yes, you come to Girl World for a break. Yeah. Yeah. If it wasn't everywhere, I don't know, maybe it'd be a different thing, but I need a warm ginger, cinnamon, and sugar. Ooh, Korean tea. Soothing and lovely. The voice tea I make is actually an Annie Lennox concoction, sort of. She uses it when she's on stage to look after her voice. And it does really good things, but yeah. I thought I was going to be okay today, but apparently not. No makeup at all, comfy shirt. Yeah, it's different. Seems a bit bedraggled. Yeah, looking a bit unwell. That's what I thought too. So I don't know if she mentions it, but historically, we haven't seen Rachel getting on camera looking like this. And I'm not saying that she looks bad. Don't take that. I'm saying she looks different, is my point. Get throat coat. Yeah. My voice tea works a charm. I should have had it. I didn't have it. Disheveled. Yeah, you think the biggest difference is that she doesn't seem to put as much care into her hair. Seems like either a choice or a health signal. Yeah, and what I'm kind of worried about is, you know, I'm detecting a shift in her attitude towards Emily and Amber. Like there's a foundation that's shifted somewhere. And yeah, I don't know. To add this to it, I worry that there might be a mental health situation going on. Whoops. Even less makeup. Yeah, actually, I think possibly none. Which is absolutely fine, you know. Yeah, I don't think you need to wear makeup to get online. That's fine. But yeah, a dip in self-care. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to let this play. I'm just going to go get the kettle on and get myself a tea. I'm listening while it's happening though, and I'll run back if something happens. Okay, so let's get this started, shall we? This is going to be a reaction on Rachel, but also on Amber, because I have some stuff to say about what Keem's doing. So yes, shall we?
Happened on Locale Bus. Last night was also interesting as well. Apparently Amber beat up a pillow, so we're going to cover that in the next video. But for now, let's talk about all this eviction stuff. This is the live stream I'm talking about here. So the kind of like central claim of this live stream is that Amber has received a noise complaint and that she might possibly face eviction. And the question is, like, is that true? Did she really receive a noise complaint? They play the audio that the person who made the complaint allegedly recorded outside Amber's apartment. And there's also the fact that during this live stream you can hear
she's talking different too. That is a completely different tone. Maybe she's sick. LV, we just did the same thing. Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. Wonder if she's trying to prove a point. She's pretty without makeup and Amber isn't. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, I mean, you got to keep going even when you're sick, right? It's kind of refreshing to not have somebody jump on and say, I'm sick, I'm so sorry if I sound weird. Although I understand why people do that, because otherwise you just get inundated with messages saying, are you okay? You sick? Neo, thank you so much for joining the clucking crew over on Twitch. Thank you. Your sub ran out midstream. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. For 2 months. Nice.
hear dishes clanging, and it sounds like somebody is in Amber's apartment. So we're going to talk about all of that in this video. The first thing I think I need to kind of like remember and remind everyone, although you all know, is that the LCU is totally fake, right? Everything they do is for storylines and to drive engagement. They talk about it beforehand. They know exactly what's coming up. So I suspect that the noise complaint is either fake, or if it's real, it's being hammed up in order to cover up for the fact that something else is actually going on. So we'll talk about my two kind of like theories now very quickly, and then we'll watch the live and see what the hell happened. So there's two kind of theories I've got. The first one is that obviously it might just be that it's all true, and the recording that they play, which you'll hear in a minute, is all true and real, and Amber really did get a noise complaint. And Amber is incredibly loud and noisy. You hear her screaming. I think I mentioned it in many of my previous videos, like I can't believe her neighbours haven't complained because she's so frigging loud, right? So it could be that she did just get a complaint and this is all true. But there's also this kind of interesting quirk, which is that Amber is suddenly filming in a different spot. So she's not live streaming from the place where she normally does, where she's sitting in front of, I believe, her kitchen door. But for some reason now she's live streaming from her bedroom, and she claims that it's because she needs to be quiet. But I suspect, and this is my theory, I think that Emily is there. Now, obviously, we've heard the dish noises. I'll show you a little bit of that here. So during the live, while Amber's speaking, particularly near the beginning of the live, you can hear like plates clanging and crashing.
I'm in a horrific mood if we're being...
What do we think, my nuggets? Do we agree with that? She thinks Emily's might be there, and that's why all of this is happening. Geek Endeavors, thank you so much for following me over on Twitch as well. Thank you. Why always Emily? Indeed. Also, she made us very, very slight oblique mention that she knows Amber's house layout. Now, I admitted to knowing Emily's because of my little crime scene rarity investigation thing that I did. I don't know Amber's layout. I really don't. LV, cease immediately. Thank you so much for gifting 5 more memberships. Thank you. Congratulations to Elfie, Hannah Marie, Kitten Perito, that's a cute name, and Chelsea. Oh, and Shannon. Congratulations. Thank you so much, LV, for gifting those. And can we get some chicken butts to celebrate? And Lily, thank you so much for that super chat. You'd like to think Emily might be there and maybe the one that took the video, but also Amber's mum could be there as well. Thank you so much. That's so generous of you. I really appreciate that. I think it's very plausible. Do we think maybe, you know, because why would that stop her from doing her job? But could it be that she's maybe like not wanting to carry on like that in front of people? Because if it is an act, it might look embarrassing. I don't know. I feel like you would like this. I have compression socks that look like you have chicken feet. Atlas. I love that so much. So much. In an old video, Rachel said she was no stranger to the farms. I believe that's where she got the layout from, a poster there. Oh, yeah, you could be right. I haven't seen that one. I don't follow a lot, though, to be perfectly honest, over there. I just use it for research when I need it. Yeah, good point, Darkwick. It would be weird because Emily has already watched Boss. Yeah, so she knows what goes on. So what's the problem? I actually feel like the noise complaint is, it's definitely plausible, right? Because we've all been saying that for weeks. Like, the poor neighbors, why aren't they complaining? It could actually just be as simple as Keem has picked up on everybody saying that, so he's decided to make a little bit of drama going on there, but I've seen the video that they're going to play in this, that I assume Rachel's probably going to play. I had doubts as to whether that was real, but I do believe there could be a complaint in. Oh, good point, Darkwick. Maybe ALR yelling triggers Emily in person. That's a good point. I would definitely be in that camp. I don't like yelling around me. Someone pointed out that Amber may be Winnie the Poohing under the blanket, which is something she said Emily liked her doing. Oh, jeez. Also, hi, pain in the axe. She's trying to show Emily she's not unhinged. Do you think it's possible the daughter could be there? I don't know. I think if I were weighing up all of the most likely, to me, it seems like a complaint seems likely, in all honesty. What if it was Emily recording Amber shouting from outside the apartment and then sent it to Amber for them to fake the neighbors are complaining? Just for the drama, do you reckon, Veronica? That's plausible. That imagery is a pain in my eyes. The imagery went and happened for me too, Jenton. Mother of Baggins. Incoming conspiracy. What if Amber getting a noise complaint was actually from her and Emily fighting, and she's using her channel as a scapegoat? I would love that. Laughing emoji. Plausible. Little Croissant, thank you so much for subscribing for your 3rd month. Thank you. Do you notice, by the way, in the end screen, you know, where I say thank you to all my cluckers, have you noticed that I write out the word croissant every time? Because you have a little croissant emoji, but my text doesn't have the croissant emoji. Don't know if you've noticed. If Emily is there, she might have gone into that room so Emily can use the kitchen and TV without being seen. All valid, cats. Very valid. Yes, good point. Pain in the axe. It is weird that the landlord would send the video to Amber. Because wouldn't you would think it'd just be like, I've gotten a complaint, I've seen the evidence of it, you know, blah, blah, blah. Mal, thank you so much. Give the chickens a treat for you. I will. Thank you. I've got to actually record a chicken snack crew this afternoon. Hello, bunnies, make me happy. I have a horrible complaint about you. Let me forward it to you so you can monetize it. Yeah, that's the bit that kind of made me go, I don't know. Like, maybe the video's fake, maybe the complaint isn't. Possibly. Yeah, I'll keep this playing. I just gotta go get my tea.
Quite frank, we're in my quiet girl era, so if I can't be entertaining without yelling, I just don't belong here.
And the green, which is like the green outline which goes around the person who's making noise, it doesn't move, it stays on Amber. So people could say, well, maybe it's Fupa or Tech who's making the noise, but that green highlight stays on Amber's picture, so I'm pretty sure it is coming from her. And the question is, well, why is somebody washing up in Amber's apartment, right? We've never heard that before. And this is going to sound weird, but the fact that there are dishes to wash at all is quite suspicious to me, because Amber always says that she eats at the end of the stream, she eats in the nighttime, she doesn't eat during the day, and she certainly doesn't cook. If you look at the size that Amber is, her arms are going to be way too big to be washing dishes for any length of time. So I think she's eating takeout every day so that she never has to wash up. So it begs the question, if there are dishes to do, does that mean somebody cooked? And obviously Emily, if she is there, needs to eat like a normal person. She doesn't just cram in the nighttime, she needs to eat during the day. So I wonder if Emily is there, she cooked during the day, which is why there are dishes to wash in the first place, and then that noise is Emily washing them. Obviously everybody in the chat noticed these noises.
Okay. Firstly, I just missed something. What happened? What happened? Heather Bryant, welcome to the Clucking crew. Thank you so much. There are members only videos waiting for you, actually, and everybody else who got gifted a membership as well. Go check out those videos while you have the membership. And okay, so I appreciate the level of thought that Rachel has put into Amber's current life arrangements. Sometimes I think I'm reading too deeply into something, and then I come across something like this. So, an alternate perspective, shall we? Let's play the alternate perspective game with Rachel. So Rachel has given us one perspective, one possibility that might be the case, maybe. But how about even if you order, food to be delivered for every single meal, you're likely to still have cups that need washing. You might need, if you've had mugs or if you've used cutlery, might still need washing. Could it be that Amber has actually gotten a cleaner in because she's unable to clean her apartment on her own? And I don't know. Here's the thing. This is my criticism always about Rachel, isn't it? Why do we deliver one possibility as fact when we have no idea what could actually be happening? Why not just shift your mind, shift your phrasing to go, well, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. And I don't know, I challenge you, my nuggets. What are some other reasons that you could possibly think of that could lead to noises being made in the background? It's just, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, she could be right. That is absolutely one possibility, but just, it's not enough thought. Maybe Amber not yelling was an agreement as part of their healing era. Very interesting. Do you think Emily would enforce that even when she knows that it's Amber's sole income at the moment? No way, doubtful on the cleaner theory. If she's that far in the hole monetarily, I couldn't imagine she could afford it. Maybe. Does the US have, because we have this here and I'm pretty sure the UK has it as well, there are services that can be lent to disabled people to assist them in their homes? Veronica, why does Rachel care? Yeah, exactly, French. It could be her mum doing the cleaning. I called Rachel for Rachel Lynn in her comments and everyone jumped on me and called me Am Baby. Yes. Yeah, right. I can dislike both Amber and Rachel. Two things can be true at the same time. You think Emily would make her be quiet just because it would be funny? Maybe. Maybe? Rachel is too obsessed with knowing where Emily is at all times, like a bitter ex. That's the vibe. It really is. It really is. Actually, there are services, but they are sparse, not provided for my government insurance except for certain circumstances. I've been doing research for a health law paper about it in home care. Okay. But it absolutely could be her mum, like in the worst case scenario. And what time, for my American nuggets, what time roughly are they recording? Like their time? You know, could it be that she's doing this 5 times a week? So if her mum does come by and help with the dishes or whatever, that it does need to be during her recording hours because, you know, there's no other ability around her work. Yeah, 8 p.m. So that is outside work time. So probably less likely to be a paid cleaner, but more likely to be the mother in that scenario. But it could also be Emily, of course. This really does show Rachel's obsession with Emily, not ALR. Amber has tons of drama going on, and this is what she zeroes in on. Some clanking dishes. Yeah. Yes. Veronica, thank you so much. I'm just aware that I have 2 Veronicas in here at the moment. I do apologize. Emily is not going to leave Pookie for you, Rachel Lynn. Move on. Veronica, thank you so much. Really generous of you. I appreciate that deeply. Could be a paid cleaner, because if they have a list of patients/clients, they may need to come late if it's a large group. Maybe. Quite possibly. But yeah, my point stands, right? Regardless of... No, you're not lying. No. Regardless of what it may be, my point being, I just don't like this definitive language, you know, saying things as fact when there could be a whole host of things that maybe we haven't even thought of. It's just, I don't like the absolutist language. So, if you can afford it, there are personal care attendants, certified nursing assistants, home health aides, etc. Yeah, because I wonder how much realistically it would be. And also, even if she's tight on money, is it possible that maybe her mother's helping out financially? I don't know. Hello, Tori. Glad to catch a live. I've had a rough night, feeling a bit depressed, and could do with some mother clucking laughs. Have I missed much? You have not. We're 3 minutes and 19 seconds into the video. I hope we can cheer you up a bit. I'm sorry to hear you had a rough day. Yeah, they pay by the hour unless they have a flat fee. And, like, Amber's apartment's not that big, right? And surely, I mean, how much can one mess up an apartment even in a week? Oh, thank you so much, LV. FYI, for anyone living in the States, if you need this kind of help, go to www.care.com. Awesome. Thank you. Veronica, I have no idea how to tag someone in message here to all for this tech. That's me having just downloaded X for the first time to deal with that salty stuff and Charlie Gold, because that's where they are. And I'm like, I don't know how to work this shit. I don't like it. It's different. It's difficult to use. It's ugly to look at. I hate it.
Here are some examples of some of the chats people were saying, what's in the background, somebody's doing dishes, that sort of thing. So my theory is that Emily's there, probably, and the reason that Amber has moved is because if you look at where Amber sits in her live stream, there's a door behind her, right? You can see if somebody needs to walk past, and I wonder if it's some mixture of she's filming in this new spot so that Emily can sit in the living room. She doesn't want to have Emily in the room while she live streams. And also, I wonder if that door that she sits in front of might be the way to get to the bathroom. This is just my theory. So if that's how you get to the bathroom during the entire live stream, Emily wouldn't be able to go to the toilet because Amber would be blocking.
I mean, don't get me wrong, my nuggets. I am here for a deep dive and a deep analysis. I really am. Just because I feel like if this were any other reaction channel saying this, it would be different. And in all honesty, I think the history and the context here is what's making this a little odd for me. Another perspective, just because I really feel the urge to relentlessly give alternate perspectives, is if that were the case, and I could absolutely see that were the case, if somebody, maybe not even Emily, but if somebody else were staying with Amber, yeah, it's awkward if you've got to maybe go into that room if it's a thoroughfare for something important. But why completely move to a section that has really horrendous lighting that we see Amber sitting in later? Why not just like turn the desk around? You know? I don't know. because in my setup, at least, I could say if I were showing my face and I didn't want the rest of the room, I can rotate my desk 90 degrees and it's good. If she wasn't so weird, it would be easier to watch. Your son 22 told you to use X or Twitch. He just don't want to help his old mum stay on Facebook or Instagram, mum. Well, Facebook's full of boomers and bots. Instagram's full of millennials. Where do you sit? If you need government assistance, you deserve government assistance. It's a right, not a privilege. Oh, in some countries. Alternate theory. T-Burb. Amber has a new squeeze and she wants people to speculate to make Emily jealous. It's not... It's not impossible, is it? Oh, good night, Maggie. Thanks so much for popping in. Wide ride. Did I just call you out? I'm an elder Facebook millennial. I'm an elder millennial too, but I haven't been on Facebook in years.
That door, ironically. So I wonder if maybe that's why? Or could it also be some mixture of Amber's now saying she's had a noise complaint so that she had...
Okay, so I will take back my stance on why is she delivering it as fact, because she is making alternate speculations now. I will walk myself back on that. Bad Vera.
To keep the noise down, because in fact she is too embarrassed to shout in front of Emily. We also have the fact that during this live, Amber's got this hat on backwards and she's wearing a t-shirt where you can see her arms, which normally she doesn't do, and I wonder if this is all kind of for Emily. She's changing her look and her behaviour because...
Veronica, thank you so much again. You're so kind to me. Raise your hand if you would like... Why do you make me read these things? Raise your hand if you would let Emily feed you a vanilla ice cream filled fruit roll-up. No lying, girls. Are you okay? Where's the head down emoji? Oh dear. Ice, baby. Hard pass. Make it fruit gushers and you're in. Oh dear. Oh dear. Les respond. I feel like this is a really, really valid sentiment from Asher. No, I don't like fruit roll-ups, and I do not want to ever be in the vicinity of Emily. I share that.
Because her girlfriend is in town. I don't know, but what I do know is that we're going to watch the heck out of this and work out what's going on. By the way, if I look ill, it's because I'm ill. I have like a nasty cold, so if I look rough and red, that's why. Rough and red. That's my prison name. I'm kidding. Okay, let's have a watch of this. Here we go.
Hey girls.
Hey.
So, Amber is now being threatened with eviction if the screaming during these LCU shows doesn't stop. Apparently neighbors have been complaining for a while, and one of them even recorded Amber yelling from inside her apartment and sent the video to the landlord. The landlord confronted her with it, and now there's a March 15th deadline for her to either shut up or get out.
I'm in a horrific mood if we're being quite frank.
Why no? That's why you're in a...
Let's hear that. So that was the first kind of like dish noise that you can hear. Also, girl, this hat backwards is not... Listen, don't get me wrong, right?
Yeah, we are very focused on the dishes today. You just shake your cane and rant about the downfall of MySpace. Yeah, I'm with you there. MySpace was great. As an Englishman, You have no idea what roll-up is. Never done it, but doesn't give good concoctions. It's just fruit leather. In Australia now, they don't do like sugar ones. They do actual fruit ones, but I believe the one that Amber had looked like a sugary one. Yeah, fruit jerky. That's all it is. Just rolled really thin. Apathetic Facts is the pillar stone of girl world at this point. For real, yes. And I do encourage everyone to go follow Apathetic Facts. It's such a solid channel and does the real work. Really, really does. They're so sticky. You hate them. I don't like them either. Used to like them as a kid, but they just get all through your teeth. It's just not worth it.
Also want to enter my mask era very badly. I feel like it's on the horizon, you know? But I don't know why I'm saying that here. But Amber wearing this hat really makes me think Emily's in town. I've seen people say, could this be Emily's hat? Maybe. I would makes me think, you know? But I don't know why I'm saying that here. But mask era very is not. Listen, dish noise that you can hear. Also, girl, this hat backwards is not. Listen, don't get me wrong, right? I also want to enter my mask era.
That's what I thought she said. Why? Why would she put that there? I don't know. I'm going to leave that there.
Very badly. I feel like it's on the horizon, you know? But I don't know why I'm saying that here. But Amber wearing this hat really makes me think Emily's in town.
Mask, as in masculine. Like a mask lesbian. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I've seen people say, could this be Emily's hat? Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if she's like, oh babe, I'll do like a little nod to you and wear your hat. But I'm so sorry, and I don't mean to be horrible, but it's not the look.
Veronica, cease with your shenaniganizing. Thank you so much. Rachel is dying to live in... Oh, no. Rachel is dying to live in Emily's dungeon, drink protein shakes and Buffalo Wild Wings. Is she drinking Buffalo Wild Wings? Sorry. Interesting visual in my head. While sitting on a new red couch. My goodness, madam. You are on fire today with these. Thank you so much. Is that a little tell that she yearns for ALR? I don't know. Something tells me there's something there. I don't think it, like, I mean, people can do with their looks whatever they want. The fact that, here's the thing. Okay, I'll finish my thought. Let me get a thought out. I feel like everything Rachel says is for a reason. She drops these little things either to bait or to, you know, make snide comments back at someone or, you know, whatever it is. I don't think these things that she puts in are completely random. She leaves them in the editing space because she wants us to hear them. So not only has she said it, but then she's gone through editing and left it in, and I don't know if she proof watches her videos, but if she does, then she's left it in there as well. So it's there for a reason. That's all I have to say. Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking of Wide Ride. Like when she ate the chocolate. Yeah. So it's for someone. It might be for us. It might be for somebody else. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think.
New location, right? And
Like Anne Frank.
You recently, well, Anne Frank's funny that you say that because I heard a little lady got in trouble for yelling. I heard that someone kind of caught some shit for yelling.
Yeah, so we're in my quiet girl era, and I'm no longer gonna be yelling. So if I can't be in,
Did you guys hear that like clicky noise again in there as well? Like somebody is definitely in her apartment. Like, could it be Mama Lynn? Maybe Mama Lynn's come around to help do the...
Yeah, you need to stop talking about this, Rachel. It was weird to begin with. The more you bring it up, the weirder it's getting. This is extremely concerning and uncomfortable.
the dishes, but I really don't think so. I don't know, man. I'm not sure how feasible it is that she's been doing everything on her own. Possible she has, but I think that somebody needs to help her wash those cankles. Maybe Mama Lynn's involved there, not sure. I doubt it. Either, right, she's doing everything on her own and she's not doing it properly and she stinks. Or she is doing it properly, but there's somebody helping her. And it could be that that noise is like her housemaid or something, but I don't think that's what it is. But I'm just kind of...
So, sorry, this is separate to what Rachel's saying, but see, Amber, see the lighting of that spot that she's in? The lighting of this recording section makes her look awful. It's horrible. And clearly her usual setup has some really good ring lighting or, you know, multiple lights maybe. And somebody as narcissistic as Amber, I just find it difficult to believe that she would do this by choice, you know? Veronica, thank you so much. US Portuguese women are brutally honest. If Rachel did this to me, I would make her cry in 3.5 seconds. She's so pathetic. Yes. I don't know what I would say to somebody like Rachel in real life. Thank you so much, Veronica. I appreciate you. Amber forgot to put the beauty filter on too. Yeah. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I am all for seeing as much real looking skin as we possibly can. I don't like all of these filters all the time. I think it creates an incorrect image in our brains of what normal is. That's a good question. Is Rachel the only one saying someone is there? I heard it mentioned briefly yesterday, but it's not something I'm seeing chatted about everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. And it's possible that it is a different microphone picking it up. Rachel did run through the fact that the little green outline as to who's speaking was always on, Amber, so I don't know. Yes, French. Let's love ourselves as we are. We are beautiful. Yes, and real actual skin is beautiful. And I'm not saying that Amber is horrific here. It's real, but I just can't see her choosing it. Alex says Shook also thinks someone's there. Okay, cool. Karina brought it up and enhanced the background noises. Rachel Lynn isn't the only one. Good to know. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, we don't know who or why or what.
Kind of, I don't know, spitballing ideas. It could be that it's not what it seems like, which is Justin's in town.
Entertaining without yelling. I just don't belong here.
Do you want to tell them what happened? Because I saw you talking to Keemstar in a group chat about that certain little lady getting in trouble.
So, I'm actually really embarrassed, I'm not gonna lie. So, they've told
Well,
me...
if she says she's embarrassed, she's probably not. Because if she's actually embarrassed, she would tell them that they're not allowed to talk about it, you know? Also, first of all, I just want to add, Fupa, I know you watch my videos, apparently. I'm fucking raging at you because she made a joke about ICE agents. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but in the Discord, I think she's like a Republican, vomit, so not my friend anymore, gross. I know people are like, oh, have whatever political opinion you want. No, not when the president is starting random wars, attacking the rights of marginalised groups, and sending children, anyone, to literal modern day concentration camps. You can suck it. And all the people in my comments who are like, don't talk about politics, talk about Girl World, fuck off. Like, seriously, fuck off. Anyway, Fupa made this comment in the Discord.
Yeah, just for context on that, if anyone missed it, Fupa did say she voted for Trump, and that is going to be the last that I say on that, moving right along.
Where she makes a joke or something about somebody and says she's going to call ICE on them, so she can fuck off as well. Yeah, I can't remember what I was going to say, so...
Veronica, thank you so much. Portuguese people don't have dark knuckles. Yeah, why is it called that? Why is that a thing? I don't know if it's like after a name or I haven't researched it. Thank you so much. Again, you are wonderful. Way to alienate half the population. Yes. I wonder if it was that lost her more subscribers. I don't know. I don't care. It's just who's going to Rachel to listen to political ideation? Anyone? you know, maybe the philosophy degree actually would have helped with that. Perhaps. It's not the place. It's not the person. It's not the country. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Amber claimed her dark knuckles were from her being Portuguese. I thought the condition was actually had Portuguese in the name. I don't know. Now I want to go research that after the stream.
So we'll carry on, but Fupa can fuck off.
Girl, you got to keep it down. And I thought I was doing a good job, right? Apparently I wasn't, because they took a video outside my apartment. You guys, I'm telling you, I was beat red. Like, I was so embarrassed.
I don't.
Yeah,
do I believe it? I don't know. I don't think so. The way she just said that, she's got this little like smile on her face. It's not giving that it's the truth. It kind of looks like it's a lie. She's like, I was beat red, and smiles like she knows she's bringing the good content. You know.
I've seen the video because she sent it in our group chat to Keem Store about, oh no, the world's ending. My neighbors hear me fucking yelling. And you're just yelling like at Fupa, it sounds like. It's just you going, fuck you, I fucking hate your guts. I don't give a fuck about you, you're nothing. And I can't imagine as a neighbor walking by and hearing this and not assuming the worst.
Your neighbor is a 600-pound fucking woman. That's already like, what the fuck? She's in her apartment every fucking night screaming and yelling and cussing at people.
No, listen, I feel really bad about it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not trying to disturb people. I'm just trying to do my job, okay? It's really funny because in the clip...
It's so odd to me how she makes out that she calls this a job. Like, I'm just trying to do my job.
It is a job. It is. No problem, Helvy. Have a good evening. Personally, as somebody, like, let's be honest, I didn't move into the middle of nowhere because, you know, I like to hear the sounds of other people nearby. I love my privacy. I love my silence and peace. It would drive me up the wall if I were living next to somebody carrying on the way 5 days a week for 2 hours, the way Amber is. I absolutely would not be tolerating that if I were her neighbor. Elfie. I mean, she's got a contract. I wouldn't call it a reputable job, but it is a job. It is. Like, she's lending her time for a service and receiving remuneration for that service. So it's a job. Yeah. Dark, time for you to be an absolute tyrant. Hilarious. Veronica again, thank you so much. Amber's family came to America in 1928, so she's like 0.1% Portuguese, and you were born in Portugal but raised in Boston since you were 3 years old. You've had to call the police on your old neighbors multiple times. It's not fun. It's horrible. And for a time where I'm living, the houses are very far apart, don't get me wrong, but the nearest neighbor was going through a divorce, and his son was probably taking it as well as one could expect an 18-year-old to take a divorce, and funneled all of his time into this absolute shitbox of a car, and he revved the shit out of it up and down, up and down, up and down the street at all hours of the night. Horrible. It's just awful. It's awful. Thank you so much, Darkwick. Remember to give the stream a like if you would be so kind, everyone.
Girl, you're sat on the internet screaming for money. Like, I know all different kinds of things at work, you know, it's a job, sure, but it's not comparable to people who actually have proper jobs. And I just think she doesn't realize how lucky she is. One day it will probably all come crashing down.
Will it? Rachel. As somebody who never gets out of her own head or her own experience or her own perspective, will it come crashing down, Rachel? I personally don't like the shade that she's putting on Amber's job. Like, it's not the job that I would have liked to have seen Amber end up with. I think for her own personal growth, this was a backward step. I don't know, in this kind of economy and in the job climate that America is in at the moment, I don't know realistically what else Amber would have turned to. I think it would have been very challenging, not to mention, like, as somebody who's done a lot of recruitment for entry-level positions, the fact that she's in her mid-30s and has no real job experience is a massive red flag. When you add to that her condition and the risks that are going to come along with that, she's not a solid job candidate. She's just not. Even if you're not good at reading people in the moment, it's not. So why are we putting shade on her for the job that she did manage to get? The criticism that I have for Amber is that she's not doing the right thing by her own channel, which is actually a much more long-term stable thing for her to focus on rather than the LCU. My opinion. We're still talking about Knuckles in the chat. In case anyone cares, I don't have dark knuckles, but my hands are covered in peck marks from 3 broody silkies. Rage spheres that they are. Oh my gosh, Veronica, your 66-year-old covert narcissist mother thinks Amber is a nice girl. That's not good. Vera, what's wrong with Knuckles except for the fact that Shadow is cooler? Yes, pain in the axe, rage spheres, that's what I call broody hens. And that is coined because of Miss Florence, the black Australorp that I've got. She literally becomes a sphere when she's broody. She doubles in size. It's amazing. They could be rage noodles. Oh yes, they are.
Also, what's going on with her monetization? No news. Could it be she's been denied and she doesn't want to tell everyone because she'll get roasted? Or could it be they haven't had an answer yet? I'm really not sure. It's just strange. It seems strange to me that she hasn't had an answer yet, you know?
If you can hear me scream about accountability, the fact that they can hear me that well, I mean, I love living here. Like, I genuinely do. I don't want to move. It's a great place to live. So I have to follow rules, you guys. So
I think you should give your neighbors like a $20 gift card to DoorDash or something.
That's funny.
Oh my god, wait. That is a beautiful idea. Yeah, they know
she's
I'm
not
a
going to give DoorDash to other people. She needs to eat that for herself, guys. Money's tight, as you're about to see her say in a little bit.
YouTuber. They know the tea of it all because people call falsely and they're able to determine what is.
Money being tight is highly subjective. So when I say, as one heckin' frugal mother clucker, when I say money is tight, I would not ever be ordering DoorDash. In fact, even when money isn't tight, I'm not ordering DoorDash because it's a waste of clucking money. So what Amber means as money is tight, I have no doubt in my mind is not what I would class as money is tight or what is considered being on a budget. You want to swap time zones? I don't know how Rosie got monetized, but not Amber, who was axed first. So I think what's happening there is that she hasn't applied. I have a strong feeling that she never did it. I think she might like the LCU. I think she likes the structure, and I think she likes that she doesn't have to come up with shit because Keem does all of that. Veronica, thank you. Maybe your mother is Amber's real mum and you're adopted. Yes. I find that relatable. Thank you so much. You are lovely. Vera, yes, for real. I would have less than nothing, but I feel honestly well off. Yes, I agree. We live very, very frugally. We could live more lavishly. We choose not to because money needs to go into more important things, you know, like moving towards rescue farm, that kind of thing. But it's just, I don't know. The little things, the little luxuries in life become more effective when you're living frugally. Yeah, true, French. She likes people being forced to be her friends. Yeah, I think there's a lot about the LCU that she likes. So I don't know that she was denied. We don't know that. And I don't know how long Rosie will stay with her channel either. Just because I'm not entirely convinced that she learned. You're a cheapskate and you have no shame about it. Me too. Me too. Hey, I'm proud of what I've achieved. I have no debt. None at all. Hi, Wrinkle. Hello. Thank you so much for coming in. What are we watching? What is Rachel picking apart this time? So Rachel is actually reacting to the exact video that I was going to react to today, and that is Amber being silenced. And she's weirdly picking apart dishes in the background, like really picking it apart. I don't think Foodie is back yet. I think it's a little soon, but very, very shortly, I imagine. Because like I said, YouTube wants them monetized. They just need to be seen to be doing the right thing, much like TikTok.
False and what is real. But yeah, they sent me a video. I'm so embarrassed. I genuinely can't. This feels invasion of privacy.
I don't think this is true. The way she just went, like, made a little sad face. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem true to me.
No one gives a chat, do you want to see the video? Yes or no?
No.
You're yelling at the top of your lungs at someone online going, "You disgusting bitch, get out, you need accountability."
Listen, after our stream on Sunday, I got a knock on the door, right? It was literally like 5 minutes after. I feel like they were sitting there just waiting. It was the security guard. I was like, sorry, it's my job. I have to live stream and it gets really loud.
Yeah, I don't think it's for the show really helped the situation. Something tells me the security guard was not tuning in for the content.
The LCU was
To be
ruining
honest,
my
I don't really think that that's true. I don't think there was a security guard saying that. I do think that she likely does get noise complaints because she does shout and is loud, but it's been happening for months and months. Why now would it suddenly be a huge problem? I don't know, maybe. I think whatever is going.
Well, I suppose that would depend on the, like, policies of the place that she's living. Like, what if it needs to be sustained? What if there needed to be a certain amount of reports? What if somebody's, like, the neighbor's circumstance changed so they weren't previously there but now they are? Like, I don't know, there's a whole host of things as to why that could be. So, sorry, I was just reading chat. I'm very conscious of when I stop talking and get distracted by the chat.
On here, it's not exactly what she's claiming.
life. He was just he didn't care. He was just like, oh, okay. Well, you got to keep it down. I was like, okay, sorry.
The chat wants the video. I'm gonna set up a f***ing goal. I'm setting up a goal. No, I don't. That's fine. I have the videos. I saved them. You can't delete them anymore. I have.
This is what puts me off this show. I mean, I'm only here because of Amber anyway, but this is definitely pre-agreed in the meeting notes, or before this live they would have had a conversation where Tech said, I'm going to make a goal for this, and Amber would have said, sure, I'll pretend I don't want it, so people, because they hate me, they'll donate so that the video gets played. Like, all of this is orchestrated, planned.
I actually agree with her here. I think for the most part the goals are discussed prior. I do think some of them are spontaneous, but like the vibe is discussed for sure.
Obviously it is, of course it is, they're making a show, but it's just oddly frustrating to see them like pretend and like set up this grift. Guys, we know you're going to end up playing it, you're just here to make money. Like this whole thing just stinks. I don't think it's true. I know that's like my line on this channel. It's probably not true, I don't believe it, but I really don't.
Oh, good point, Atlas. Amber and Emily meant to be broken up right now, otherwise why would that be so scandalous to have your girlfriend visit? Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, everyone. Does anyone have a better memory than me? I believe the last we heard was that they were talking, but on a break. But that hasn't been updated in some time. Am I right there? Trying to keep track of everything is challenging. But why is it scandalous regardless, like, to have her visit, even if they were supposed to be broken up? Is it a stretch to think that they want to get together to talk things out? I don't know. Why Rachel cares so much about it, I think, is probably the biggest thing. Yeah, that was, whoops. Veronica says, no, they're together. Elfie said, yeah, this is the last thing I remember too. She needed space. But that was a while ago. I couldn't imagine Amber still wanting to have space. Because they haven't seen each other for over a year, have been long distance while healing. If I had to guess, I would say they are together. They just can't seem to quit each other for some reason. I'm not the source of any real knowledge, I just have a philosophy degree. Hilarious, Millsy. Oh, yes, you're right, Autumn Fox. Also, hello. I don't think I've seen your name in here before. Welcome. Sorry if you have been chatting and I've just been missing it, but anyway. She said they needed space, but also a few days ago said that Emily was going to visit. Was it after Fat Camp or just before or around Fat Camp? But you're right, there was going to be a visit. So, yeah, there's a visit. So is Emily there now? What's the big deal? Why does it matter? Does anybody here really care? Hi, Moab. Hello. Does anybody here really care if Emily is visiting Amber? Like, does this rank on anybody's scale of importance in their life at all? Just Rachel, I think. Yep, no. Oh, hey, Creeds. You sneaked in on me, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, no. Jagoda? I'm just gonna call you Jag because I do not want to butcher your name. Insomnia pays off sometimes. Finally caught alive. I'm sorry that you are having insomnia. It's the worst. I'm glad you caught alive. Amber gave the date of March 31st for Emily's arrival for whatever that's worth. Yeah, it could be. Oh, could it be that the mother's over there helping to get the apartment in check, ready for the visit? I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, they're partners. They want to see each other. They want to be in a relationship together for whatever reason that I can't possibly imagine from either of their perspectives. If they want to torture each other in that way, whatever. I don't care.
The videos.
You fucking creep.
We're gonna do $300 and we get the secret Amberlyn Reed videos.
And there it is, the classic LCU grift.
The show is not about Amberlyn Reed.
No one cares what you want.
Elfie. None of this really affects our lives, right? But we're still busybodies. We are. We like to watch. We like to watch the drama. Sounds about right. Her mother cleaning? Maybe, yeah. Oh, wrinkle. Installing a heavy-duty bidet. Heavy duty. What makes it heavy duty? Oh, Pammy. Yeah, some speculate her eviction notice also has to do with the state of her place, messy/health hazard, so Mama Lynn might be there to clean up by the deadline. A good point. And like, tell me, Americans, how does it work? Because in Australia, we have rental inspections every 3 months, and that's to check, you know, if anything needs repairing, but also the cleanliness of the house, and to make sure that, you know, filth isn't building up that will destroy carpets and things like that. Is it possible that after having a complaint, perhaps something was booked that needs to be checked out? Like, are the visits regular like they are in Australia, or could it be because something has happened, now they want to look? I don't know. American Nuggets, I need you to weigh in on how the rental system works over there. 24 carat, you have those as well where you live? Where are you? No, pain in the axe. The Niagara Falls of bidets. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Some of you. Are you okay? You only ever had an apartment inspection by the fire department as a standard thing. Right. Wow, you've never lived anywhere that did inspections during the lease until you made or got complaints. Okay, so could I be right? Could they be doing frantic cleaning because something happens? Yeah, King, it's awful. I hate it. I really hate it. And the worst part about it is feeling like you're cleaning for somebody else. I detest them so deeply. Won't have them for long. You never had an inspection. Wow. Yeah. You get the fire department. Veronica! Thank you. Emily and Amber is what happens when a narcissist and a narcissist toddler collide. We just don't understand soft, gentle love like Amber does. I imagine that their relationship is, I don't want to use the word exciting, but do you know what I mean? Like dramatic, eventful, perhaps? Could well be if the neighbors complain about a smell. Or what if it was just the noise complaint and then they're like, okay, now there's been a complaint, so we need to come in and look. And I don't know. Oh, good point. I kind of wonder if the puppy pads could be a hazardous to the flooring long term, especially if they're not being picked up regularly. Yeah, like, does she have hardwood floors? I don't know. Yeah, narcissist toddler is a good way to describe it. Okay, from what people are saying, maybe Amber saying that inspection was annual was legit. I've had either 3 or 6 month inspections. The smell alone when she opened the door would do it. Yeah, in all honesty, I don't doubt that there is a smell, and not just from the puppy pee pads. I'm not going to say it's all overweight people. Of course it's not. But like, my mother was probably like Foodie Beauty size. Probably still is. I don't know. There was a stench that came from her bedroom, like a real kind of acridness to it, which I assume is probably like something to do with bacteria building up on skin or something like that. but I like when you combine something in that vein with the animals, with possibly not cleaning properly because she can't, I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Maxi is doing the call, so I'm going to play this and I'll be back.
Want Amber, like,
No one cares what you want.
we don't give a fuck. Okay?
I don't
If
give a
we
fuck about you.
If we say we're gonna show the video, we're gonna show the video. Okay?
What the hell is
I
she
have to
doing?
crash out in silence, so I have to do weird
I love
things
that
to prove that I'm
You know
entertaining
what?
for prime
You know
time.
what's an amazing
I should
thing for
do-
me? I can be as loud as I fucking want to, bitch.
They can hear you. Hold on, let me turn. All right, so suing will entice. When I get evicted, I'm gonna sue Keem. I'm gonna sue you. Suing will entice, just like that Katie bitch is gonna sue me for what?
There we go. I fix it. It's everyone must know living.
That Katie bitch, I'm sure you guys all know, you would have seen Apathetic's previous video, but basically this girl Katie claims that Amber asked for her Facebook account and then didn't delete it when it got put in the Discord, and basically she was like soft doxed. That's what Katie says happened. She's claiming that it's Amber's fault. She hasn't like directly, beyond a doubt, proved that it was Amber, but I absolutely believe that it was Amber because it's exactly the kind of thing that she does. She holds knowledge of people's names and personal information over their heads. It shows that to her, doxing is like a fun, awesome punishment that she can use against people.
Around you has to be insane. Just
No, it's a joy. It's a joy to be around me.
Now with this neighbor thought, this video of the neighbor recording you, I imagine they're just like, oh my god, how embarrassing, how horrid.
Just imagine, like, you come home from your 12-hour shift working on your feet, you're chilling, you're relaxing, and then in about 5 minutes, you sat down on the couch. Here comes this fucking screaming and cussing for 2 hours straight.
You know what I don't get? I don't know if this is a cultural thing, but in the UK, maybe it's totally the same in the States, but if you did that, you would have somebody knocking on your door in 2 seconds and they'd be like, shut the fuck up, seriously. People would not leave it for months and months or say nothing or just sit down on their sofa and be like, oh, how annoying. No, you would go round and knock on the door and be like, bruh, what are you doing? Shut the fuck up.
Their real
I didn't
9
get
to
any
5 job.
complaints.
And they have to hear you yelling through the walls about how much you hate a woman named Fupa.
Before we move on, I just have to say, like, if I was her neighbor, I would be like sitting there with a thing of popcorn. I'd be like, ooh, what is this?
Me too. I wouldn't be
What are
calling
you
the
arguing
landlords.
about? I want to listen.
Yeah, that's
It's
because
okay.
you've got no life. Like, no, hearing somebody shout and scream and rant in their apartment, especially when they have pets, like, is absolutely vile. If this is true and there has been a sound complaint, then her pets have been hearing it this whole time, which we know they have anyway. So it's a
He's such a good boy. What is happening? Look away, save yourself. She'll sue all of us for laughing at her. Just you wait. LV, holy moly. I keep looking at the chat and I know I'm missing out. I'm gonna be on rewatch. Can't tell if that puts you off popcorn, makes you want it, but you're kind of uncomfy with. Yeah. I don't know, aren't most of her neighbors elderly or disabled? So a lot of people have speculated that she is in a disability-friendly apartment, but does that mean that all of the apartments in that complex will be that way? Because in Australia, like, they might have one accessible friendly one, but then the rest of them are normal. So I don't know how that would work.
It's astonishing that this didn't happen sooner, if in fact it has really happened.
I'm gonna actually write them a little note. I'm gonna give them money. I'm gonna say I'm so very sorry. That was actually a really good idea. I love that.
Giving
I think
that's weird. I think giving your neighbours money is fucking weird, man. Why would you be like, oh, sorry, I was so noisy, here's some money? That's so strange. I think that's just Amber trying to use money to solve all of her problems, as she always does.
It's a waste of money.
Maybe I should move into a
I've
house.
never heard you yell, ever.
After 13 years on YouTube, the maybe I should get a house arc is finally making an appearance. That realization might be about a decade late though.
Hi, my love. Hi, my.
True, people are always saying to her, like, she has spent thousands, genuinely, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars she's wasted and spent on random stuff. She would have been earning at the peak of her career. Granted, she had to pay taxes, but even so, she would have been earning so much money. The fact that she hasn't bought a property, a car, learned to drive, got any investments, any savings, is wild. Like, that's such a...
I actually don't think it's wild. I think it tracks for Amber. All of those things that Rachel just listed are all things that involve responsibility and accountability and ultimately adulting, right? And Amber relentlessly turns away from that at all times. And I think there's a really solid chunk of fear. Sorry, I just got distracted. Creeds. I was thinking the same thing and didn't want to say. Southern Benita, thank you so much for subscribing for 2 months with your Prime. Thank you. Just in case you didn't know, by the way, my nuggets, if you have Amazon, you can actually subscribe on Twitch for free. I think you get one a month, and so generous. Thank you so much again, Veronica. Stop it. You're gonna make me blush. Thank you. If I was Rachel, I would exchange my name, move to another planet after being exposed for falling for a feeder who looks like a thrift shop Justin Bieber. Are we still saying Temu Justin Bieber? I don't know. Yes. I will give Rachel one thing. Two things, actually. I think she's an incredibly brave and tenacious woman. Much more so than I. Stop, Chazu, I think. Just subscribe on YouTube. Thank you so much. Welcome. Imagine having PTSD or real anxiety issues and living next to Amber. Yeah, that. And anybody who's gone through like that kind of trauma will know that looking at somebody like Amber gives off highly aggressive vibes. It would be so triggering. she'll always be slummy baloney to me.
Fantastically awful use of all of that money. And it's so true. Being like, oh, maybe I should have bought a house. I mean, her house would have got doxed in 5 seconds flat, but she should have bought a house or something, or had some kind of investment, or bought an apartment in a safe building. You know what I mean? The amount of money she's just eaten, it's wild. If you think about it, she kind of converted that money into food, which she then ate, the fat of which is on her body. So she's kind of like invested it in her, like she sort of saved it up. And
hey, it's like a magic trick. How to turn literal banknotes into poo and then flush it away. You've been irresponsible at times with money to the tune of like $150 on a short-lived hobby. Yeah, look, I think everybody does from time to time. Nobody's perfect. It's the trend line that you're looking at that is really important. Veronica, what am I going to do with you? Seriously. Rachel triggers your OBCD and ASMR. Wait, wouldn't having your ASMR triggered be a good thing? Oh, yeah. I was once in a long-term TV situation and my neighbors can be so loud, shouting and slamming doors, it makes you so anxious. Yeah, that kind of thing sticks with you. I'm so sorry you went through that. Glad that you're using that in past tense. Yeah. Veronica is going to give us the gigs.
Interest is compounding on her cankles. Do you know what I mean? Is that really horrible to say? Maybe. It's just a thought anyway.
My love, if you're Katie, hi. So I can actually sue you for emotional distress because you've been harassing me wherever I go. That includes this chat, that includes my bus VC, that includes
DTS.
Oh my God.
So you were saying emotional distress, emotional
Why is she going, oh my God, somebody's donating money to your shitty show. Shut the fuck up and be grateful.
eating.
Yes,
or-
because you are literally going on, other platforms. Everywhere I go, you're there spreading lies. I never doxed you, never asked for your docs. Don't give a fuck who you are. So if anyone has a thing to sue, my suing will entice quicker than yours, because there is zero proof that I've ever tried to dox your dumb, ugly.
Veronica, thank you again. This is so raw, you guys. Fuck. Yeah. Anytime the word genuinely or raw is used, I don't think we're getting anything honest. Oh, your partner gets misophonia response from ASMR videos. Your misophonia is triggered by other things like his eating noises. Yes, you think Amber wants to be looked after, so if she became a functional adult, she wouldn't be treated like she's the victim. I think she's really, really terrified of adulting. I think she's terrified of being the one to make the decisions and to actually have consequences from those decisions, and I think she avoids that at all costs. LV, thank you so much. 5 more gifted memberships. I appreciate that. Congratulations to Tori. Rookie Goth. Oh, I love that name. Snowelly. It's just Q and Anescu V, I think. Congratulations, you just got gifted a membership. Can we get chicken butts in the chat to celebrate? Thank you so much, LV. You make sure you look after you.
Ass, you fucking stupid.
You know what pisses me off? People are always like, I'll sue you, and it never fucking seems to happen. Just, if you're going to sue someone, just sue them. Shut the fuck up and sue them. Let the let the solicitors do the talking. Do you know what I mean? This is just like so childish. I'm going to sue. Sue then. I think she's such a sausage, saying she's going to sue people and then doing absolutely nothing about it.
Jade Francis
BTS.
W2V super chatted $20. You doxed me by putting my last name in live stream titles, putting where I live in stream titles, saying my first name, and saying you like a color that is my first name.
Who's Jade Francis? Should I know who this is?
It's nobody. That's a troll. All right. So
It's an egg.
I mean, that is her ex Jade's full name, so I know that's not the real Jade, but they shouldn't be allowing her full name. I mean, everybody knows her full name, but yeah, I don't know. That's a little bit weird to me.
back to what I would. That's not actually her though. Can we just move on? This is doxing. I don't condone doxing, but these people, they do. Anyways, so
Imagine being so cocky when you can't wash your own ankle folds.
back to what I was saying. Oh yeah. So
But her weight is the least interesting thing about her.
the tea goes a little something like this. You know how like Fupa and Phantom like had a love story going on? Well, Fupa told Phantom, I need space from you. So Phantom is acting like a fool.
Were we supposed to talk about that?
No.
Amber?
Oh wait, what?
Amber, we literally said we're not talking about that. That wasn't public.
This is why no one fucking likes you, because you do dumb fucking shit like this. Like,
It was like
I
20
just
minutes ago,
never
Amber.
told you.
Amber, it was
Anything
20
ever-
minutes ago. We literally said 20 minutes ago, hey, we're not talking about
This is
this.
so fake.
We're not going to...
Oh, sorry, I just fucked up the screen recording as per. This is clearly so fake. This whole thing, like this bit, they're all pretending that they were told not to talk about it and she brought it up and da-da-da. What a screen to pause on, may I add. But yeah, I don't believe this. And I think in a minute we're going to see that it wasn't true and that they told Amber to do this for like engagement or whatever. She's like obviously looked at the show notes and then been like, oh yeah, I'll say that now. It's just so pre-planned and makes the content so meaningless. I'm sorry. I know I'm sat here choosing to watch it, but it's like for everyone's benefit, right? We're all watching it together. I don't know. I wouldn't watch this on my own, put it that way. I want Amber back on her own channel screaming and ranting and lying. That's so much more fun. This is just boring.
to cover it. And you said, okay.
I just doxed her love story. For the one time, I'm on Team Phantom.
Yeah, like exposing his
it's
love
like-
life. That's great. Team Phantom.
this is like
Well,
one time I will.
Fupa, stop
we
telling
will
me personal
make sure that, like,
I agree.
I'm not congested. I'm in my soft girl era.
I love when you have to be quiet, when you want to rage. I love
So
that.
nice. I can't. I'm still on it. Sorry, I'm upset for you, Fupa.
That's why you literally can't tell her anything because she's going to bring it up. Just like
So Tech just going there, oh, I'm so sorry, Fupa, I feel so bad for you. This was planned. Like, that's just Tech lying and faking and acting. And I know it's a show and we shouldn't expect it to be real, but
I had a conspiracy theory thought, actually. about Keem. You know how it's been getting around, like we're all saying this show is scripted, it's fake, and you know, blah blah blah. Keem is enjoying a certain security around that notion being put out there, basically giving him more wiggle room about what can be said in a live stream. Because as soon as something is parody, comedy, scripted, it gets bigger, like more allowance. What if it's not scripted? And he's leaked that, and now we're all saying it, which effectively gives him more protection. Yeah. Oh, Creeds, you got married on April 1st, kept your name, it's been 10 plus years. Nice. Fuck the system. Cluck the system. Jeez, nice work, Creeds. We need a vegan-friendly nickname for the crew. What's wrong with Nuggets? Nuggets are vegan-friendly. I don't eat them. Yeah, veggie nuggets. There you go. It's actually a playoff of in the, you know, chicken loving community, chicken owners or keepers are called chicken tenders. So it's a joke from there. That's why my chickens are chicken noodles. You are chicken nuggets. It's a, I don't know. It's a funny thing.
If they're gonna give the kind of illusion and facade that it's real, then I don't know, I think we're fair to be like, you're fake, this is fake, because it is, right?
You know, it's my real name. And he was like, I know your real name.
Oh, that's so scary. That's actually very scary.
I know both y'all's names.
Thank you so much, Veronica. Thank you so much again. Rachel is the type of woman your ex-husband would date, but then again, he's a narcissist who also has BPD. Then I would start a reaction channel roasting your ex and Rachel. Oh, Darkwick, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships. We're up to 20 in the stream now. Thank you so much. Congratulations to Peculiar, Calling, Miss Gabby, Zoo Smell, Poop Lord, Zillabeth, and Bone Study. Congratulations, you got gifted a membership from Darkwick. Thank you so much. Pammy Poodle. I'm a vegan. I eat chicken nuggets. I eat nuggets, never chicken nuggets. We accept all kinds of nuggets. Chicken nuggets, venant nuggets. We're all welcome in this coop. I love that. Chicken cult. How old is Vera, y'all? I'm 40. And I make no mystery of it. Proud to be, I am running a personal high score over here.
He knows one of my last names.
Everything, and I'm gonna dox
You. My name's Tony. My middle name's Jose.
Are you my brother? His name is Tony. Anthony. Well, his name. Well, I'm not gonna say his
for doxing your own brother.
This is so dumb. Shout out Tony. He loves when I shout him out. It makes him feel famous.
Anyways.
So
Looks swollen. This is why.
I was going to ask you, Fupa. Oh, has this affected your guys' relationship at all?
Go get some Benadryl.
That's one more towards the video.
Creeds, stop. Oh, thank you so much. 10 gifted memberships. What the? My goodness. Oh, thank you so much. Actually, that's a good point. LV just brought up. You need to have your gifted memberships turned on. I believe you do it by clicking on the little like $ next to the chat and click on memberships gifting, And there should be a setting in there that you can set it up to actually receive them. Otherwise, it will bypass you every time. Vintage Camera Girl, my AZ family, Blessed AF, Amanda, again, I think, REB, Gossip and Gone, Saki Will Die, Pop Tart, Parasol, The Lolly Girl, and Lady Renegade. All of you, congratulations. You were gifted a membership from Creed's Mung Bean. Thank you so much. Can we celebrate with chicken butts or juicy peaches? Thank you. Thank you so much, Creeds. You're all so generous. I don't know what to do with all of you.
Get some Benadryl.
What does that mean? I've never taken a Benadryl.
Like you look like you're
Please go to
sick.
sleep, bitch.
You look like you have an allergy going on. You
I look
bloated.
fatter with a fucking hat on my head. I'm fully aware.
That's why you
I have an
want
appointment tomorrow to go
Step on the
on
scale.
something.
step on the scale.
Because remember how I lied to you? I said the Wegovy pill is 1,500. That's a fat fucking lie. I mean, 150. That's a fat lie. It was 1,500. Don't worry, I'm going to Mochi Health.
Better
I just doxed.
I'm sorry, but I don't even know what to say about this. So she's allegedly going to go get on a GLP-1. Okay, sure. I'll believe it when I see it. I wonder how she's getting there. Maybe Emily's going to... Oh my god. If it's true and she is going to an appointment tomorrow, or it was yesterday at the time, which was not a weekend day, I bet you Emily's taking her. Because Emily's always saying, like, I'll help you get on a GLP-1. I mean, it wouldn't really work with the whole feederism thing, but I guess that she knows that Amber being on a GLP-1 will make no difference. She'll stay the same size anyway. So she can safely help her, but the legs will remain intact.
Why are you so bad at this, Amber? Oh my god, look at you. I also want to talk about you making
So
an
my
appearance.
social security number. Should I just dox that next?
Yes.
Okay. All right, there's
Yes.
no show today. How's it going, everybody? Text Snakes people.
7799.
There wasn't enough numbers, but I appreciate you, Queen.
No, my social security has a ring to it. It's like
Stop. Stop.
It happens.
Pain in the axe. You have so much FOMO right now. I feel you. I have never been gifted a membership ever in any of the chats I've been in. And it sucks because on Twitch you can actually nominate people that you want to gift the membership to, but YouTube it's just complete luck of the draw as far as I know. I don't know what factor goes into it. FOMO is fear of missing out.
Song. It's like a.
Do you like self-destructing? Are you a fan of this?
Now this next super chat actually raises a really interesting point.
What's gonna be a real hootenbury is the fact that ALR breaks NDA to her GF constantly, and as soon as they break up again, she's going to run to all of the reaction channels with it. Headstone emoji.
That's usually the weak link with NDAs, the people who didn't sign them. NDAs only work if the people involved actually...
I'm going to pause for a sec. It's not so much the concern that Emily would tell... Well, I don't think that she'd tell secrets about, like, locale, the LCU to other people. No one gives a shit. I don't think anyone gives a shit about that. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's more the fact that she's getting all this information, all these texts, all these messages there together at the moment.
Sorry. I can't help myself when there's tech things, hey. If you don't see it, Veronica, I believe that some of the features are not available on iPhone. Are you watching on an iDevice, perhaps? If you are, just go to the desktop and it's all there, like through an actual browser. I don't know why, but Apple limits that kind of thing. Competing company, I guess. Who knows? Only you get, Rachel. Hello, Mel. Yeah, this whole lolcow live era of Amber is so deeply insufferable and unwatchable. She digs herself deeper every single day. I so agree with that. And it's why I'm only very obliquely covering it. And Rachel actually makes it a bit better, I think. We're twice as dilute if we're watching it through Rachel.
Moment, at some point, they are going to fall out, and Emily is going to go to another reaction channel. That's her MO. She's done it before. She's done it many times. She's shown that that's her style, and I really do think that that is going to happen again. It's just a case of waiting until she gets pissed off enough that she then goes to somebody and spills a load more stuff, because she knows that Amber's lying about her and has lied about her and makes her look bad. And when I was talking to Emily, I got the feeling that she did care what people thought of her, like massively. So I do think at some point the Emily arc will continue. It's not over yet, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not.
Do you secret?
Do you tell your girlfriend about the
No,
LCU
I
stuff?
literally don't.
That's
Neither
a
do I.
yes. That's a yes. She
Neither do I.
deflected.
I was just wondering, because it's like, if you don't tell your girlfriend, then why would I tell mine? What makes people, are they in my relationship? Are they in my phone? Are they in my room? Are they in my bra? No.
Look.
Does Keem tell Brantley stuff? Probably, but I don't.
Yeah, they co-own the company
forgot
together
to
because
speed
they're
them
going to
up.
be getting married
Shame.
soon. And there's a difference here. One person has gone to detractor channels. The other person has been living with Keemstar for like a decade.
Someone just said I'm jealous of Foops. The only thing I'm jealous of her is the fact that she used to yell in her own phone. Does someone just knock?
I think that was
I
fake. I don't know. Was that fake? She's a bad actress. It's hard to tell. She kind of looks like Dracula right now, because that like green thing behind her looks like she's got like a Dracula cape on. Quite entertaining.
This is bad acting. All right, look.
You're broke.
So one thing I'm not is broke. Keem asked me today, how much do you pay in rent? And his jaw was on the floor. I had to pick it up for him because I pay a lot.
Big backlink.
If you pay a lot in rent, then surely that's more of a sign that you are broke. You know what I mean?
Please stop flexing. My friend lives in.
What? Sorry? What did she mean there? If you pay a lot... No? Not necessarily. But, like, in all honesty, are we not all paying a lot in rent? Once again, paying a lot in rent is subjective anyway, but rent is stupid all over the world.
In the same apartment complex as you in OK, and your apartment floor plan is around $1,200. Why do you lie about everything? Didn't say the complex, so no docs.
Hold up. I
Do
have a
you
lot to say
lie
to this.
about your rent so you could get more
No,
money from the team?
I can send a screenshot of what I pay every month on the first. So one, that person is doxing. That's a soft dox. That's like right before a soft dox, right?
No, it's not. Saying my mate lives in your apartment building is not a soft dox. All they said was okay, which is Oklahoma. Everybody knows she lives in Oklahoma. That's not a dox whatsoever.
Secondly, your friend don't live here, baby girl. Like, I will like literally bet my whole bank
Why is she
account on
bouncing?
that. Like, you're a fake.
First of all, why is she bouncing? Second of all, her whole bank account is not going to be much, because we all know that she's here because she needs money. So this whole like, she's got loads of money, then she's got none, then she's got loads, depending on whether or not Twinkie has surgery or whether she's trying to flex or not. It's so stupid. It's so obvious that she spends all her money on DoorDash. The cost of her rent and the amount she spends on DoorDash alone will probably be like most of her income.
Bitch. You're always in this chat.
How much extra do you pay for your pets?
None, because they're emotional support pets. Well,
Okay.
so I pay
Well, somebody's
yearly
lying
for that.
here.
I pay yearly for
Can I just say that her pets being emotional support pets is the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. They do not emotionally support her. She emotionally abuses them. Like,
Also, emotional support pets are like, it's a qualification they get. It's not, you can't just call any random pet an emotional support pet. Like, so they give you love and attention. That's what pets do anyway. That aside, I was curious. Sorry if you feel called out. You don't have to answer this question. I'm just curious because I've been out of the fast food scene for like 7 years now. Like, no joke. And I don't know, what would you say is an average, like DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever, what would you say is an average amount for a meal for one person? Back when I used to do it, I feel like it was around $20 to $30 Australian, but yeah, I'm interested to know.
with her screaming and shouting and ranting and dragging them from pillar to post all over the place. Such bullshit. I actually think it's crazy that those animals could be considered that when it's very much the opposite. Rather than them soothing her, she's traumatizing them.
For them to be emotional support pets. So someone said that's not a thing, emotional support pets. So yeah, actually it is, because my pets help with my mental health drastically, especially as someone who lives alone and has really bad mental health. So you can get them registered. So they're no longer considered pets, they're considered family fuckers. So you don't have to pay rent, which I don't give a fuck about that. I'll pay rent all day long. So what happens is a lot of
Whoa. Bail? Pounds. King for 20? I take it that, I think that's US. You gotta give me the currency type, my nuggets. Australia has, all of your amounts are a lot more in Australian. 30 to 40 Canadian. you've done a lot of door dashing for work. You would say the average you see for a single person is between 20 and 30 in America. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, my nuggets. I am too cheap. Far too cheap for that nonsense. No, absolutely not. My husband and I could eat for like, what, 3 or 4 days on that. £15. Yeah, wow. Oh, Salty Seahorse, you're an Aussie. Good to know, good to know. It's too much. It's too much. And like, in Amber's situation, and I have to say, I used to do the same thing, you know, not to the excess that she does, but like eating out a lot. And you wind up working to pay for somebody else's business. And while I do support that, like, it's a good thing to support small business in your area, doing things like Uber Eats and DoorDash, it's not supporting the little guy. It's really not. And I just, to be working to sustain some major corporate somewhere, it's not good. It's really not good. Atlas, you get a takeaway 13 to 20 pounds. Yeah, still, that's a lot, isn't it? Your saving grace from ordering out is you can't eat gluten, so your options are limited. That's one way to keep it in check. I find this so relatable. Good thing I have phone anxiety, so we can't order online. Then you also have to tip. No one ever tips, and I'm telling you all from experience, you guys don't tip at least $5. We're only getting $3 to $5 per order. Oof. I take it that's in America. We don't do tipping here for the most part. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much money going to the wrong people. You know, bit of bulk meal prep. It's so quick and easy to do, especially in a slow cooker, and it brings, like, that is the secret to my frugal living, is bulk meal prep and making sure that it's nutritionally balanced. You don't have to think about it, so when you're busy, it just goes in the microwave or whatever it is for that thing, and it's so much cheaper. Like, I'm talking about days worth of food for one meal.
A lot of places here in Oklahoma, and majority of the places, you can only have 2 pets at once, but I have 3, and I will never in a million years leave one of my pets behind just to move into an apartment or a home.
Sorry, the irony of that, I will never leave one of my pets behind. When she left Rarity in Wisconsin, what the heck is she on about? Also, she's talking like she snorted a line of coke before she said this sentence.
Or whatever it may be.
Yeah, the cat that got left behind in a Wisconsin winter might disagree with that.
So when you have them registered as a...
Oh yes, I forgot that Americans call them crock pots. We call them slow cookers. Yeah, no, it's everything. And you can just leave it in there all day, and the longer you leave it, the better it gets. Mm-hmm.
Emotional support pets, because you actually need them. They're no longer considered pets, so you can have as many as you want. So I still get to have my 3 babies with me. So you're an idiot. Shut the fuck up. Thank you.
What about the poor baby that you loved so much, your soul cat, that you just fucking left behind because Emily kicked your ass out? Guys, I still haven't leaked everything from those conversations with Emily. Shall I share the 5-minute voice note where Emily talks about how badly she wanted Amber to get the fuck out, so she had to drive her home?
As our arguments progressed, Amberlyn knew that she could not argue with me in front of her. Like, that was a huge hard no, and she knew those boundaries, but she started to push them more and more and more and more. And then after her cat went missing, and after that whole incident, like, I had asked her to leave, and it just, like, escalated from there. And she was gonna have her stepdad and mom come pick her up, and I'm like, I can't wait that long. So I drove all the way through. On one go, I was exhausted, and it was a long car ride because obviously tensions were very high. But the relief I felt when I got home after that, like, it was just like, you know, you don't realize how bad it is until, like, that stressor or pain in your life is removed and you feel that relief. It's like, oh my God, I didn't realize how much that was wearing on me.
Gross. You left
We're still baiting Emily. Can't remember a video in recent history where she hasn't either used Emily's voice or put Emily's face in the thumbnail or in the video somewhere, and then Emily privacy strikes her. I can't fathom. I was actually having a conversation with Cats earlier. I don't know if you're still in here, Cats, but like, we're talking about why would she risk her channel for like privacy strikes that Emily consistently does, right? Emily seems to watch all of these videos. Why risk your channel for that? Surely it's not worth it. But yes, this, Veronica, the Emily obsession is creepy. I think it's crossed over into very emotionally driven, and so logic has left the building, and it's concerning. But also, in addressing what Emily just said in that voice chat, I find that all of that very plausible. No problem with everything that was said there. I could understand Amber outstaying her welcome and you just want to get rid of her. I get that. But why continue a relationship with her? Maybe it's kind of like, you know, I want access to her, but I'll never let her in my home again. I don't know. Is Rachel pretending to be sick because Amber said she was? Oh, like the eating thing? Oh, I hope not, because that is really getting deep into single white female territory. Plus, Rachel has a girlfriend, or does she? Does she? I have theories about that. And of course, it's none of my business. Yeah, and that's the thing, Veronica. If she is still in a relationship, I still feel so bad for that girlfriend. This is inappropriate on so many levels. Rachel's focus on Amber makes you a little on edge. Yeah, and although I still can't decide whether she wants Emily for herself or whether she's legitimately obsessed with Amber, but I do have to admit that as time goes on and as more and more actions happen, I do feel like I'm leaning more towards this is about Amber rather than Emily. I think Emily is a really convenient puppet that she can access and use, and I do think that she likes the element of control there, but I think the obsession is actually about Amber. That's my gut feeling. That's what my chicken sense says. And I'm not saying I'm right. By all means, have your own opinion, my nuggets. I do not want you to just follow what I say. Yeah. Rachel probably runs that relationship, allegedly, of course. I'm so glad you put the allegedly in there. Otherwise, you're fit for being sued.
left a cat behind. We know what you're really like. This whole I love my pets bullshit is not fooling anyone.
One of the hardest things about being Amberlyn Reed is people literally writing my story for me. And
I hate when she talks in third person. I'm so sorry. When she says stuff about herself in third person, it is the biggest cringe ever. Also, nobody writes her story for her. She's lied about her own story so many times that people have had to come in and clarify and prove lies. It's not the same thing. Oh my god, you are so insufferable.
changing the facts about my life and turning them into lies.
So Keem comes in, clearly annoyed that Amber is being quiet and controlled, because in the LCU, that's not the content he wants. What he wants is screaming, crashing out, busting down walls, spray painting walls, the same stuff we've seen Tina and Boogie doing. That's the entertainment model here. Well, according to Keem, Amber just signed a revised contract with him. A contract that he himself admitted she didn't even have to sign. But she chose to anyway. So it seems she may have signed up for more than she's willing to deliver.
All the contract really says is, like, you can't do the Becky bullshit where you, like, copy our business model, and then you can't do the Rastov scooter thing where you go and just use this to launch a solo career. Like, there's a cool down period of 60 days. But as I told all the hosts, I'm like, if you leave on good terms, I can just send you an email and be like, you can stream on your own right away. Like, you know what I mean? I had to take care of, like, you know, Queens and then Live and then, of course, Bus. So
I wonder if it's just Amber being unbelievably lazy that we haven't had a vlog yet, because she hasn't done anything. Maybe she's got nothing to film, because this reminds me that she's not allowed to stream on her channel, which is so much easier for her to do than making vlogs. I'm curious why she hasn't made a vlog yet. Is it because her monetization isn't back, or is it because she's just lazy? Like, if she could just sit around and do shit all and sit on the LCU and earn money, obviously that's easier and she'd rather do that.
I just don't like the word lazy. I really don't. I feel like that is an extreme oversimplification of what is actually going on in, like, Amber's head, in her being, in her everything. I think it's almost like lazy is to not doing actions as anger is to emotion. Like, yes, anger is an emotion, but it's kind of this weird umbrella manifestation of fear, frustration, you know, whatever, or a whole host of things that anger can actually be. And to say that Amber's being lazy, no, I actually think, I think it's more about fear. I think it's more about the path of least resistance. I think it's about what she's feeling in the moment, because I imagine that being part of something like this and having all of this social interaction that she didn't have before and having all of this structure that she didn't have before, even though there's a lot of bad about it, I could see a world where Amber is getting off of these lives on the LCU and legitimately having dopamine hits from it. And if you've watched my How Not to Be Amber series, I know there's a 4th in that, by the way. I feel weird about doing it now that Salty's channel is terminated. It's not super pertinent anyway, but anyway. But if you've seen that series, you know that Amber gets hooked on dopamine hard. And she likes to feel like that state of being on a dopamine high, of feeling motivated, of all of that feel-good stuff. She likes to think that that should be the state of living, when it's really not supposed to, you know. You're not supposed to eternally be stuck in a dopamine high. That's not what it's for. It's not how it works. So I think she likes it. Bay, thank you so much for renewing for 3 months. And your little noggin is out. Oh, cute. It's like watching a movie about an obsessive stalker, but in real life, it is. Okay, my nuggets, I have homework for you. Homework. Get your pens out. If you haven't seen Single White Female, it's a movie, I want to say from the 80s, maybe early 90s. No, it might be early 90s. It's a thriller. It's fantastic. But when I say this is very Single White Female, if you watch that movie, you will understand what I'm saying. And if you've seen it, you totally get it. Vera, those words gave you chills. What, the homework words? It's a movie. It is a movie. Watch the movie. It's a great movie. It really is. I know that, like, if you're not super into older movies, this one actually does kind of stand out on its own, in its own class. It is a very, very good movie. Write that down. Okay, I'll check your work next live stream. But no, essentially what it's about is a woman is looking for a roommate to move in, and the ad is for Single White Female, and that's why the movie is called that. And the roommate moves in, but gradually gets more and more obsessed with her and starts to look like her and act like her, and kind of like tries to take over her life in a sense. But it's such a good movie. And this is what the vibe I'm getting from Rachel is regarding Amber. You thought it was a reference to the Bo Burnham song? Was there a song? You didn't have anything relevant to say, you just didn't want to lose your free chat. Fair, Bobe. I feel you. I see you. I respect you. LV, thank you so much. You should not be doing all of this. For those of you who don't know, LV is my longest term mod, but she's done so much for me, and she shouldn't be paying me as well. But thank you. Thank you so much. Bale, Ruthie, Toxic Vixen. Knock on Wood, Princess Always Late. Red Shanks, Little Time, Maria Moore, Lightning McQueef, and Anna Santanas? Congratulations, you all got a gifted membership from LV. Thank you so much. Rachel is the single British female. Yes, Veronica, and thank you so much. Yes, that. Thank you so much, everyone. Don't forget, everyone who's been gifted memberships, there are members-only videos on my channel if you'd like to check them out, and if you're game. LV, thank you. Not paying you, providing a safe place. I appreciate you. Thank you. Will there be a quiz on the next live stream? Ooh. A pop quiz. Oh, who just got horrible childhood school flashbacks? I'm sorry. Atlas, also, I feel that Amber doesn't have the energy to do stuff to vlog after doing these lives. As a disabled person, that much high energy and focus is draining. I wouldn't be able to go out and do stuff entertaining enough for a vlog if I was on LCB. I actually really agree with you with that. I'm not disabled, and after these streams, like my Monday night stream for me is fine because I finish like pretty much for dinner time, and then, you know, it's just the evening. But my Friday streams, this one, I do in the middle of the day, and realistically, I don't really do much for the rest of the afternoon. I usually do a little bit of editing, and that's about it, because it is draining, and I'm very animated. I burn heckin' calories, but it is draining, and even if it's just for a couple of hours, it's a lot to be that engaged and to be that emotional and, you know, things like that. Hello, thank you so much for joining for 2 months. Nice to see you in here. I was thinking about you the other day, wondering if you're still around. There's a few people, if I haven't seen you for a while, I'm like, oh, I wonder if they're still here. I watched Single White Female when I was way too young. Oh, yeah, way too young to watch it. That and Sleeping with the Enemy were terrifying. Yeah, it's a thriller, without a doubt. For me, my movie on that was Jurassic Park. I watched that at 7. I was too little. Thank you, Elfie. Don't forget to like the stream. If you could, I would appreciate that. Does the Single White Female have short red hair? That movie scared you as a kid? Yes, I believe you're thinking of the right one. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be fine as an adult, my nuggets. You'll be okay.
But then at the same time, if the LCU kicks her off, if she stops being interesting or something else happens, she has not been building her own brand and her own viewers. If she then posted a vlog, I bet you it wouldn't do that well views-wise. Maybe the first one would, but it would drop back off again. I really do think she's stupid for not, like, uploading on her own channel, even though she's not being paid.
Wrinkle. Don't tell anyone, but I heard that if you don't like the stream, Rachel starts to take an interest in you. Are you okay, Wrinkle? I've seen this trend coming up in people's chats, but this is the first one that I've actually got. Oh no, now I'm giggling. I'm giggling. Just trying to protect the chat. Oh no. Oh no, my face aches. I'm crying.
It just helps to keep people interested, you know? I wonder what's going to happen with her monetization. I can't wait until we find out the answer on that. Somebody else, who was it? QLR, Quirky Love Rosie, got her monetization back, and then she immediately proceeded to eat on camera straight away. So some people just can't be helped, I guess.
and everybody on Queens Live and Bus has signed the contract. So
I've signed plenty of non-competes and stuff like that, and you know, your boss asks you to do something. Unless you have something to hide, why not just do it?
yeah, I was pretty happy yesterday because like even Amber signed it, and it's like she didn't have to, but she did. So
I love that.
Like, one thing I've made very clear, and I'll make it public, I said, if I start becoming miserable in the LCU, then I'll quit. Like,
I'm miserable right now. I'm depressed. You are giving
You
me
make
severe
millions.
depression right now from being in this
you don't
call.
believe in depression.
Everybody's tone is
This quitting joke is so old. I'm really sick of it. Like, we know she's under a contract. We know she probably doesn't have the option to just quit. I don't know if the contract gets renewed. I don't know what the setup is, but she's been doing this since the literal first one. So, ugh. Yeah. Veronica. Thank you. Rachel's next move is to move to Oklahoma and I'm telling you, they're lucky there's an ocean between her and them. Move to Oklahoma and stalk Amber and drive 19 hours to stalk John Wayne Gravy. Well, hashtag Les Eat, hashtag diabetic in the basement. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if I had the text-to-speech on that? I emoji. Yeah.
is so damn low. Fupa
Because
tag,
I cannot get evicted. I'm not a millionaire like you.
dude. I say let's hit a fucking goal and get your ass evicted, bro.
I have not wanted to quit in weeks, and I feel it right now happening in my
You're not
chest.
I think if we get 20 members, you gotta yell for 10 seconds in your house.
I'm
as
gonna
loud
go.
as you
Have a
can.
good show, you guys.
No, yell in your house.
No.
Yell in your
You wanna
house.
talk about going IRL? You guys are doing
Get
that
your
right
neighbors
now.
involved.
When Amber says no, she really means yes. Listen, I care about your show. Your show sucks. This has been boring as shit. I've been playing
You haven't
Rocket League,
watched.
listening to this in the background, and I'm like, dude.
You
what
haven't
is
watched.
wrap it up, bro. Bus is
Okay.
gonna have to go at 8 a.m., bro.
I mean, I agree, it has been incredibly boring. I saw after last night's live, which I'll cover later on today, probably, or tomorrow, there's a guy who I talked about before, can't remember their name, starts with an S, can't remember, I'll put it here, where this person donates $7,000 a month to the LCU, has a crown, which is a $500 basically donation on each of these channels, and
Ugh. I was just catching up on chat and I saw responses to this one. You were unlucky enough to be left at home to watch whatever you wanted. I had a similar upbringing. This is why I say there's such a juxtaposition between my mother was both like a helicopter parent and highly overprotective, but also neglectful at the same time. I spent so much time home alone as a child, and I actually got curious to look up to see what is legal, like what age can you leave children alone at home at. And in Australia there isn't really a hard and fast age or a rule. I don't know about everybody else, but yeah, so much time being left at home alone. I used to like it as a kid, but looking back as an adult, I would absolutely have not left a child alone like that for that long or that young. Yes, left alone, but also take care of the whole household. Strange feeling. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Can you even believe the amount of money the LCU asks? I genuinely feel like it had to be another form you can read. It's too much. Oh no, there's so many being left at home. You were 2 and 4. The earliest I remember, I think I was 5. And like, you don't know what to do in an emergency at that age. You can't, like, what if there's a fire? I don't even know if I could have gotten out of the house if I wanted to, like, looking back on it, if I don't remember there being a key. When I was a teenager, I remember, but not as a kid. Yeah, there's so many of you. Oh, I'm so sorry. You were babysitting, Kex. Oh dear, being left alone builds the oubliette. I know this is a serious moment, but I really love that word, oubliette. You were cooking for yourself around 4. My goodness, so many. the cluck was wrong with our parents? That's absurd. Wow. Hey, Lizaraptor. Totally not trauma dumping, but your mum sounds like my mum. I changed my brother's nappy for the first time when I was 7. He was about 4 months old because he was crying and mum was just gone. Yeah. Hey, of all the places to trauma dump, this is it. This is where it's appropriate. I started this channel kind of hoping that I would find people who would relate to my experience and maybe they would feel, less alone to hear my story. I didn't realize that I would find so many people saying your mother sounds like my mother. It's horrifying, but also I'm glad that I've been able to share my story, but yeah. Yeah, 5. That's the earliest I remember. I don't know if it happened earlier than that. I don't remember. Yeah. Shall we go back to the ridiculousness of Rachel? Oh, I love that. Your channel feels so safe. I'm so glad. You were the co-parent for your single mother, for your younger siblings. Hugs to all. I didn't have any. It was just me. I was just by myself. Although one thing I will say that I feel like was a benefit and kind of a cheat code for being an adult is it did teach me really early how to be okay with my own company and how to, self-soothe and entertain myself and things like that. But then again, looking at my life as an adult, maybe I isolate a little too much because of that. I don't know.
They have said they're not renewing because the show's become so boring and so shit. I do wonder if Amber coming into the LCU has been like a net positive or a net negative. I think Amber just needs to stop, man. This is just embarrassing for her. I don't know. I feel like we knew this was going to come eventually, but if you'd have told me like this time last year, Amber's demonetized and she's on the LCU being a lolcow.
Wow, yeah, you remember being 6, left at home with your newborn brother. A newborn! And being absolutely, does a 6-year-old understand SIDS, for crying out loud? Absolutely paranoid that he'll stop breathing or something and you won't know what to do. That's not okay. And as an adult, do you look back at that and go, what were you thinking? Darkwick, whenever you see families spending time together and having fun, you have to compose yourself because you get so sad. What does this say about me? I don't get sad. I don't believe it's real. Yeah. Is there a sound that bothers you after being left alone? Yours is the voicemail box, lady. One thing probably I will say is I find it very difficult to answer a door that's being knocked on. My instinct with somebody knocking on a front door is to hide. At 40. I'm saying that. Yeah, so I guess. You think you'll feel ready when your kids are 12. They have access to a phone and a safety plan and for short periods. I like that. You've paid 13 to 14-year-olds to watch all 3 of your kids. Their mum is across the road. See, I feel like at that age, you have a little bit more autonomy within your life as well. So, yeah, I could see that. I think that's amazing. Your heart drops when someone knocks. Oh, yep, phone calls. Veronica, thank you so much. You raised your younger brothers. You were 6, they were 4 and 2 because your mother is a covert narcissist. There's so many of those in here, isn't there? And my dad was an alcoholic. And then I had my daughter at 18 by my 26-year-old abusive boyfriend. Oh, yeah. Too much growing up too fast. Thank you so much for that. Wrinkle. That's because no one should be allowed to knock on a door without prior notice. So rude. You can look through this file. In the caravan that my husband and I are renovating, I asked for him to put in a little peephole, and he put in a really fancy one, and it's just at my height. So I love that. Amanda, thank you so much for joining for 2 months. You say all the time, I exercised the... Oh, you excised the metastasized, sorry, cancer I never knew I had when I told my mother she would have no part in my son's life. I feel that. I definitely feel that. Peoples are so good. Invest people. Chookin' husband sounds delightful. He is. He really is. You have a high fence around your property for no reason. No knocking here. And I moved into the middle of nowhere so that I can at least hear people coming, and yeah. There's no knocking. I can hear the car coming.
Oh, I would not have believed you. I'd have been like, what the hell?
Okay, but listen, bus is slowly, every single day, getting more and more boring. We have
That's why we
to.
have almost 4,000 viewers.
Dude, chat, am I wrong? W's in the chat if you think like it's starting to get boring. We need to get a Bluetooth speaker cranking in that room, connect it to the TTS.
I'm not letting you ruin my life, Keem. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
They're bored out of their mind. They want to be entertained. We are.
Oh, creeds, yes. I believe everyone here would benefit from adult learning practices. You'll find it easier to cope. Reparenting yourself is such a critical thing, and to be able to step outside of that knee-jerk experience, like the way you want to respond, to be able to stop in that moment and go, okay, I'm a grown-ass adult. I am valid in this world. I have a place, and I have a right to state my opinion and my needs, and then reassess the situation and go, here's how I'm going to teach myself to move through this world. And it's little steps at a time, and it's a practice thing, but reparenting yourself, if you've gone through these things, is so critical. And it's so funny because a few of you have made comments like, you know, I'm the mother you needed, or I'm saying the words you needed to hear, and things like that. And it's all coming from a place of having reparented myself and gotten myself through this. And I am so here to help you all reparent yourselves if you need to. And there's no shame in needing to do it either. It's just, unfortunately, the path that some of us have had to walk. Yeah, Veronica, that's why Amber triggers you so bad, because she acts like your mother. For me, it's Foodie, for sure. And I guess little aspects of Amber too, some sort of a merging of those two women. But yeah, don't dismiss it. It's worth learning the skills. You don't have to move through the world as that scared child that you were kind of forced to be at the time. You can move past it. And it's important too, because you deserve to.
Entertainers, that's our job.
My job is to protect my fur babies.
Hey, but if you can't...
Protect my fur babies. Fuck off. You don't give a shit about those animals, as displayed multiple times over your entire life. What a load of old shit. Oh my god, she's such an idiot, man.
Yell, then that, like, then no one's gonna watch.
Then fire me.
Just yell thank
Then fire
you.
me.
You said you have 15 days to fix it, right? That means you
I'll
have
also
15
still be
days
on
to
hero.
yell. Yeah, or 14 days to yell.
Dude,
Oh,
that.
they said I have 15 days to fix it, or I'm gone.
Yeah, so spend 14
Hey.
days being loud. The 15th day, be quiet as a mouse.
This is what we need to do, all right? Let's go apartment shopping tomorrow during the day, all right? We'll get a new apartment, and then we will purposely be loud as fuck with a Bluetooth speaker and actually get evicted. It'll be fucking great content, bro. Oh, bro, I'm telling you, the internet will be on fire with this one.
Okay, so this is the part that I had some thoughts about regarding Keem. Now, Keem is seeing this exclusively from a very excited, dramatic perspective, because he's seeing the dollar signs and he's like, oh, we're going to move we're going to move Amber and it's going to be so much fun and we're going to get her evicted, and what fun will that be on stream? I'll just pause that thought. Amanda, thank you so much. Thank you. It's terrible and undeserved, the things we've seen and endured. Sadly, it's our responsibility to us up and carry on the best way possible. We've got it. I love that. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. But what Keem doesn't understand that he's doing here, and he's misstepping, and if he pushes this too hard and too far, he will absolutely overstep the bounds with Amber, because what he doesn't understand is Amber is in a situation here where she's very comfortable. She's got her mum nearby whenever she wants her. She's got an apartment that she's been in for a couple of years now and is very comfortable with the way it works and the routine of it all. There's probably aspects like the accessibility issue and things like that that she really likes. There is immense comfort here. And when there is comfort, there is going to be an equal and opposite fear of change, right? In equal, intensities. And everything that Keem goes through here is all things that are going to require Amber to actually grow up and adult a little bit. And I believe that is the thing that Amber fears the most. Because what do? Adults are responsible for their decisions. Adults are responsible for making their way through the world. Adults actually have to do effort and make things happen. And everything about that, when you're in the arrested development state, that just looks so insurmountable and terrifying that you can't even fathom how you could possibly be the one to get to that point. Southern Benita, thank you so much. Heart Hands, thank you for this fantastic community. Thank you so much. I really cannot take credit though. I might be here being a facilitator of some description, but you all are building it. But thank you so much. Yes, Keem is leveraging on what he observes. I think he recognizes that it's time to push Ayla on, maybe, yeah. Yeah, and Veronica, thank you. Thank you so much. You all in this chat are so kind, understanding, and empathetic. Such a breath of fresh air. I aim to never change that. That's what I want here. It's wonderful. Thank you. So if you watch Amber closely through this next portion, it's going to read nothing but resistance because of fear. And he's saying, oh, we can get you into a house. And she's hearing, I'm going to have to be responsible for my own space, my own yard, my own house. Living in a house requires a lot more action than living in an apartment, especially if it's an accessible, friendly apartment. He's going to say, we're going to get you driving, and she's going to be hearing, I'm going to be terrified on the road. I can't do that. I don't think I can do that, and things like that. So I feel like somebody like Keem does not understand what he's asking of her in this moment. And I think the reaction that we get from Amber is actually quite real. And all she's going to be thinking is, I can't, you know. When you're in the grips of arrested development, it's almost like you think that you're missing something that everybody else has. Somehow everybody else just had something that causes them to be able to adult in the world, and you're missing it. And that's all I see written all over her face. Yeah. So it's not a good situation. And should Amber be doing those things? Absolutely. You should face fears at any turn. Any opportunity you get to face a fear, you should do it. My most recent example of that was my parody song. And I conceived of the lyrics because I was actually working on the caravan and playing 90s tunes, as I like to do. And of course, Pretty Fly for a White Guy came on. And all I heard was, you can always go on Ricky Lake. And I'm like, oh, you can always go on LCU. And so once the idea sparked in my head, and then I felt the sensation of, oh no, I can't do that. I can't sing in front of people. Never mind, that's not singing. As soon as I realized it was a fear, I'm like, cluck. Now I have to. Now I have to do it. That parody song killed you. Coming from someone who has extreme anxiety and didn't get your P place until you were 26, yeah, you believe Amber's reaction is very real. Yeah, I was a little younger than you, but I also had the same sensation because you're responsible for other people's lives when you go out on the road, and not to mention that the sheer fear of having to react in real time. You learn to like almost obey the fear. Listen, I'm a person who 5 years ago, I was telling everyone I will never drive and never go back to school. Now you're a licensed driver shooting for your psych degree. Awesome, Mel. I love that. I love that. Yes, facing fears. Do the clocking thing. Do the thing. Yeah, pain in the axe. The bit that gets you, though, is the fact that Ayla is happy to make money off her co-host to pay rent on another place, but refuses the $800 soundproofing. Yeah, I think soundproofing could be done fairly easily. If I were her, I would be finding a cupboard or maybe even multi-purposing my bathroom or something to that capacity. Oh, Veronica, thank you. On a lighter note, my 15-year-old autistic son said, Mama, Amber is obese. I was so confused and I realized he meant obese. Obese. I love that. Because it's got the orb in it. You're still on your green peas and driving still terrifies you, but you gotta take your son to kindergarten every day. It is what it is. Hey, it's like, what do you want more, right? Do you want to be able to take your son to kindergarten, or do you want to indulge in your fear? I've been driving for 21 years. It still terrifies me. I don't know if that ever goes away for people like us. But on the other hand, I've never had an accident either, so maybe it's a good thing.
Just get like a really shitty studio. It's like $500 a month or something.
I'm not.
And
First
yell
of all,
there.
I'm not Boogie, so I'm not going to do stupid like that. I'm not ruining my life. I've lived here for years.
Well, yeah, do the yelling in your $500 studio.
I want to stay here. I literally just signed another year lease.
Get both of them. Get the shitty studio where you can yell in.
But if you're evicted, then they cancel the lease, not you.
You guys
Bro.
are starting to really piss me off. I'm not joking. It's then.
I can't imagine that she's even considering any of these options. She's just, all of this, I feel like, is all fake. Keem start coming in.
No, I don't think it's fake. I think that's real. And Neo, I also have issues with fear of new situations and responsibilities, but I learned that as soon as there is even just a second where your fear is a bit lower, you need to push yourself, or you'll never do it. I love that. I agree. It's so critical. You let those fears settle in, they get bigger, they get harder to move. Got to keep on top of it. Got to keep challenging yourself. And being uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable is a good thing. Forgot you were watching Rachel for a minute. You were so annoyed when she started talking again. You're totally stealing or beast. Yeah, you'll have to tell your son that he's created a new little culture within the community. He's famous. Oh, your husband had to teach you how to drive because women weren't allowed to. The fear family can instill is insane. Yeah, it is. It really is. And all of my fear stemmed from my mother because that's how she controlled me. She made me fearful of the world. The kryptonite of anxiety is usually logic, at least for you. For me, the kryptonite of anxiety is action. But I feel like logic and action might go hand in hand. Rachel is interrupting our group therapy. Well, see, this is it, right? We watch these people, they're ridiculous and they're ruining their own lives. We may as well learn from them. They are wonderful examples, wonderful illustrations. Rachel interrupting our chicken chat.
In and being like, we need to get you evicted, move out, get a studio. I don't know, none of that is going to happen. She's going to stay in here for a couple of days while Emily is there, and then she'll be back at her desk again, acting normal, and this will all just be a bit. This whole show is just a bit. I would love it if it was real, because it would be so funny and dramatic, but yeah, it's definitely not.
Walls.
Sorry to keep pausing. I just wanted to say, because I know that not everybody in here has experienced Arrested Development, although I know that there's also quite a few that have. That moment where you're fully immersed in your comfort and your fears outside of your comfort bubble, and you have somebody sitting there telling you to do something that terrifies you to the core, but they're delivering it like it ain't no thing, like Keem is doing here. That feeling, from my experience, what that feels like is you just kind of like shrink within yourself, and all of the fears, all of the like arguments are like screaming in your head, and there's this feeling to run away, there's a feeling to rage and lash out, there's just a feeling to completely shut down, and it's all conflicting, and like in that moment it's just frozen. It's a frozen state. And I don't know if anybody else resonates with what I've just described. Yes. And it also feels like you're being attacked. Whoops. Sorry. Yes, it does. It absolutely feels like an attack on your very being, on your existence. It sucks. And when you're out, you realize you were not always the good guy in your story. Oh, yes. Yes, frequently you are selfish. Yeah, you feel small and worthless. And it's so much worse the more, like, cavalier somebody is, or, like, you know, like it's just something they do in their everyday life. The more that happens, the worse it gets. So I just wanted to explain that to anybody who hasn't had to go through this. It is an extremely overwhelming sensation, and it's horrible because you also feel like, because you feel like you're missing something that everybody else has, some magical, I don't know, thing. You feel like what the person is asking of you is impossible, and they could never understand why what they're asking is impossible, not realizing that you're not factoring something. So I don't know. It's not to be taken lightly. And the fact that Amber has fully encased herself in this comfort bubble says to me that there is a huge amount of fear going on there. It's avoidance comfort. You actually need that. Soft, gentle therapy doesn't work for you. You need to be shooken. Yeah, action is everything. Action is everything, even if it sucks. Veronica, thank you so much again. You have agoraphobia. Same. I'm so terrified of the world, but I push through it because I don't want my children to be scared of the world. I love that. I love that so much. And the only way to battle agoraphobia and to keep it in check is to what? Go outside regularly and challenge those fears. Your mum always thought you were passive-aggressive by intentionally failing driving tests when it was just struggling so hard because it was terrifying. Yeah. I got told I drove like a granny and to take more risks.
Like, you You need to go. Like, what the? That's not right.
You will only move, Keem, if you pay for the movers.
I'll tell you
Watch
what. You are
Amber's
moving on like what, March
reaction.
15th. Perfect time for fat camp.
All right,
You
I'm gonna
can
check
move.
out.
I should not have to solve this problem. You should be solving this problem, but I'm willing to help
She's
you.
even literally saying it. I'm going to check out because she cannot. This is so loud in her head. She cannot handle it. It's overwhelming. Just keep watching her.
Solve this problem because you're not going to be able to do your show or even your own YouTube channel if you have to whisper.
I'm literally talking at a normal tone.
You kind of got to yell to do.
I'm sorry.
I mean, she is talking at a normal tone, but Keem's not wrong here that technically the entertainment value that she brings to the show, that she's always brought to the show, has been this shouting, screaming, kind of lolcow vibe. If she's going to try and be all quiet and demure, it's not entertaining. And you can understand why people are like, this is not what we want, and why Keem's not happy with it. I've always thought that Amber's real problem is a branding issue. She doesn't understand her own brand. She thinks she's something that she's not. She's never going to lean into the lolcow thing fully to where she's screaming and writing on walls and kicking stuff over, partially because she can't kick anything, but also because I think her mind still tries to tell her that she's a dainty, demure girl. She's just a pretty normal girl.
I actually
stuck in a
think
fat woman's
Rachel is
body.
way off base here. Sorry, I didn't pause that fast enough. I don't at all think that's what's going on because she has been yelling and screaming and doing all that stuff that I don't think this is relevant at all.
And she doesn't realize who she actually is. I don't know if that's narcissism or if that's a product of just delusion, but she is not the person who she thinks she is in her head. That's what I think about her. I could be wrong, but I just get the feeling with stuff like this, she's committed, but not committed enough to actually own this identity as a lolcow. She's always going to have that moment in the back of her mind where she goes, nah, this is all just fake. I'm not really like this. Like we.
Oh, Elfie, thank you again. Oh, I've lost count. I don't know how many we're up to. My goodness, it's a lot though. It's a lot. Mothman, Anna M. Pops, Star Monkeys, Sin Eaters, and David's Wingman. Congratulations, you all got gifted a membership from LV. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm gonna have a full, yeah, everybody's gonna be green. I was so hoping to see Pain in the Axe and Jenton in there. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, I think why Rachel is so off base here, like, I don't think this is remotely close to what's going on. She is absolutely just projecting herself again because Rachel's perspective is reality. Let's not forget. She still hasn't learned to step outside of herself. Elfie, stop playing with me. Are we doing the last one wins? Creeds. No. Everybody's been too much, too generous. It's I tell you what though, it's I should give you caravan updates. I just finished for the first time an external wall, as in like the inside, but it's an external wall of the caravan. It's a really big deal. You all are actually helping with the insulation process. And all of this is going towards the rescue farm. Got to get to the rescue farm. Thank you so much, everybody. All of you, whether it's super chats or memberships. So generous. Rachel won't change because just like Amber, she doesn't see the problem with herself. No, she doesn't. She really, she fully has that main character syndrome. She doesn't understand that the main character of this world is actually Salt. Totally ignorant.
We saw when she went on her channel and did that live stream, she was playing it really like calm and chill and almost as if she wanted to say, that person you see on the LCU, that's not really me. But it is her. It absolutely is her.
Yeah, but I watch all these other shows. No one yells. So why do I have to yell?
All the main shows yell. All the boring shows don't.
Like, I hate how something I've noticed.
Oh, yes, Tiki Burb. I went through it in the beginning of my last stream. I have a bad habit of, like, once I've said something, I feel like everybody said it, not at all factoring that you don't all watch all of the things all the time. Yeah, so at the moment we're on the journey to get to an completely off-grid lifestyle. We're going to do tiny living. We're refurbishing a 1976 caravan, and I mean, the thing was gutted and we've completely rebuilt it. And that is then a stepping stone to eventually starting the actual rescue farm, because rescue farms do not go hand in hand with rent at the moment. So we need to do the tiny living to make the actual rescue bit to be viable. And at the moment we're rescuing some roosters, but we're very limited in what can be done. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm not gonna lie, Axel is growing on you. Oh, yeah, he should. I mean, in all honesty, my nuggets, I wouldn't have been able to pick a favorite either. They all offer something different. They really do. Oh, Maxi is doing the call. I'm gonna play and keep this going.
Is Keem, Tech, Fupa. Y'all love to kick me when I'm already down.
It's not that. We want the entertainment. And I already told
Like,
you
I'm
this
having
in DM
heart
that we
palpitations
want-
working here.
We like yelling and
palpitations.
screaming.
I've already
I can't even pronounce the word palpitations. What the heck, man? Palpitations. Jesus Christ.
solved this problem. You know what I got her? I got her soundproof panels. She would have had to spend about $800 and she could have solved this problem. And she goes, I ain't paying for that. I don't got money like that.
I'm not.
I know how much you get paid.
I mean, I feel like spending $800 on soundproofing a room, if that's where you make your money, is an investment. Like, you're going to make way more than that this month, so just spend it so that you can soundproof the room so that you don't get complaints and you can stay living where you live. She just isn't willing to put in any single ounce of effort into anything. It's so strange. She just wants everything handed to her at all times.
You get paid well.
It's really good money.
Amber spends a lot of time telling everyone how much money she makes, but apparently $800 for something that would actually help her job is out of the question.
Okay, you either move out or get the soundproof panels.
If I'm not good enough for this fucking show, move me, fire me, cancel me. I don't give a fuck.
There is no fixing the problems here, I don't think, unless she realizes what showmanship is, what entertaining an audience can be.
Steak says if he ran the show, he'd have the audience donate $100 just to make Amber knock on her neighbor's door and tell them to keep it down. Just another example of the kind of low-rent content the LCU thrives on.
Oh, I would have done. Yeah, I would have done that too. We have like meetings before the show, and one of the things was behind the scenes, super secret. You're gonna get mad about this. Fupa and Phantom are on a break. It's not public. They decided to give each other some space.
Whose dog is thirsty? It weirds me out that you can hear that through my microphone. I am in a different room to the water bowl, and my microphone is directional, and yet you can still hear him drinking. I'm just dog sitting at the moment. It's Maxi. Yeah. Just catching up on comments. Sorry. You guys are all so cute. You don't think ALR would listen anyway? She's not ready to change. You can't force people to be ready. Whether she will ever be ready in her lifetime, I don't know. Yes, I find the same thing. The LCU is really bad for your mental health. I can't listen to it for extended periods of time. The way they talk and scream gets to me. Drinks for Maxi. He's a hydrated boy.
Right? That was not supposed to talk about. We told Amber Lynn right for the show, we're not talking about it, okay? We can talk about Phantom, don't bring that up. She goes, okay. 10 minutes into the show, by the way, chat, Fupa and Phantom are on a break and they don't want anyone to know about it.
Okay, so what Tech is doing here again is doubling down on this storyline that Amber, like, embarrassed Fupa and said this thing they weren't supposed to say. I'm pretty sure that in a minute we're going to find out that actually this is Tech lying, and they did plan this bit, and this is them throwing Amber under the bus and making her look bad, when actually she was told to say what she said about Phantom and Fupa. It's all really confusing. It's hard to be like, who's telling the truth and who's not, because they kind of pre-plan it and script it, and then it's a case of like, who's lying? Is this in the script? Is it in the script that you admitted that it's not in the script? Like, you can't trust any of it. Not that I'm here to like build trust, but you know, it's just very strange that you watch something and you don't really know what's going on with it. It's kind of a head fuck.
Yeah, so Phantom gets screwed over. We don't have to be such low energy. There's gonna be no problem if you say thank you loudly into your fucking phone.
Amber, come on. There has to be a fucking solution. Soundproof panels, soundproof paneling, move. You know, there has to be a solution where you can still do an entertaining show.
So this isn't part of the show, you guys. I'm actually being bullied and pressured. What was part of the show, though, was me bringing up Phantom and having them act like I wasn't supposed to.
You're as much of a spider as Vera is a chicken, so you have 8 legs then? Yeah, so with the soundproofing, it will be possible for her to do that, because you think about musicians and things like that who have to practice and they're in apartments. This is not new. It's just that, well, it takes a bit of organizing. It'll take somebody coming in to install it. It takes some expense. And realistically, I think Amber doesn't want to take any expense away from her DoorDash. I really think that is her top priority.
Supposed to.
I'm posting the show notes. I'm posting the show notes. Actually, I have the recording of the live on air because I record when I open up OBS. You want to lie to the fucking audience? You weren't supposed to out Fupa. You weren't supposed to out Phantom. You are lying out your fucking teeth to try and make other people look like they're responsible for. This is your job. People pay you thousands of dollars a fucking month to entertain them. You are lying. You are lying. Don't shut on Fupa for this. I love Phantom.
Okay, so Tech is now saying that it's still true. He's doubling down. He's sticking to the storyline that Amber wasn't supposed to say this thing about Phantom, okay? Because I feel like in a minute they admit that they're lying. Let's just bear in mind like how fervently Tech is saying this.
Phantom's been on day one for me since he started the LCU.
I will quit if Fupa lies. Because this ain't a joke now.
Don't try and make it seem like something like Phantom didn't want this public. Fupa didn't want this public.
Keem, I'm about to message you privately.
Yeah, that she doesn't want me on the show anymore. Yeah.
I do think it's really childish and petty that she's like, I'm going to message Keem. I think she thinks of Keem as a father figure, but he's not. And she doesn't really know how to kind of behave around men in authority positions, in my opinion. It's just kind of interesting to see how, like, Keem, I'm messaging you. Just grow up. Like, you chose this life. Stop it.
You're going to make Fupa lie. I'm going to post a recording and then she's now getting dragged with you. Okay.
Post the recording.
I mean, we have the show notes in our group chat, dog. What do you mean? Everything we're going to talk about is right there. The goals, everything.
Oh my God. If you recorded, I
just stop lying. Just stop lying, Amber.
I'm literally not lying.
It's the 5 minutes before I put my intro music on. Right then and there, Fupa's like, hey, don't talk about this. Okay, is her response. Okay, well. And now, it doesn't matter what your restrictions are, Fupa. You have to get dragged. Anything Amber feels is a little bit uncomfortable. Doesn't matter if it's good for the show. She's not doing it.
Well, do you think it works, guys? Do you think we have her screaming now, bothering her neighbors? She might be now. He might be now.
I want yelling and screaming.
Do you know what's funny about the Arrested Development? I remember thinking at the time when I felt like I was missing something and couldn't do everything that everybody else could do. I remember feeling like to actually step out and take responsibility and accountability and be an adult, that felt dangerous to me. Like it would take something of me that I didn't have to give. And so it felt insurmountable. But having gotten out of that, done all the work, gotten to the other side, actually being a functional adult for many years now, I see that the inverse is actually true, and it's a lie that you tell yourself to keep yourself in that comfort bubble. Being an actual useful, capable adult is the safe bit. If you can rely on yourself to handle a situation, and at least, even if you've never been in the situation, at least know that you'll be able to handle it to a sufficient level, that is the safe thing. What Amber is living in at the moment is incredibly dangerous. You might hate adulting, but it's the thing to do. It's where it's at. It sucks though. Sometimes adulting sucks, but it is safe. Spood's outside. Thank you for putting the Spood outside. It was just being what it is. It didn't mean to travel on in.
I like to yell and be loud.
The audience is dying with I'm here and I can't say much.
I wanted to come in here real quick to literally, like, I've never been more real in my life on this show, that if Fupa does not tell the fucking truth, then I will not show up tomorrow or the next day or the next day or the next day and the show is over.
I know, but is there a thing where maybe we're going to talk about it and then you change right before the show?
This is your chance, baby girl.
She brought up, like when we were talking about that we're going to talk about Phantom and Sweet Tea, and she said, can I bring up the fact that you said you're on a break or that you wanted space or whatever? And I said, yeah, I mean, we can, but you're going to have to bring it up because I really don't want to talk about it. Like, I didn't want it to be public.
Yes, Tech was lying.
So that's Fupa admitting that this was a whole bit and that this was them trying to bait Amber into raging and shouting. So Tech was lying that whole time. So it just goes to show that nothing in this show can be relied on to be true, which is fine. Like, I'm not here to seek truth, you know? They're admitting now, Fupa is admitting now that Tech was lying. And for once, Amber wasn't lying. So that response that we just saw from Amber, that kind of crying, angry response, that's how she acts when somebody is actually lying about her. Interesting, right? Almost worth watching that again. We're not going to. And just looking at her body language, her mannerisms, the way she speaks and such when she's actually not lying, because that's what we just saw.
Wait, did you change your mind right in the first 5 minutes of the show?
No.
No.
I would never, ever in a million years bring up something that Fupa does not want me to. That is something her and I have talked to in private. We will never hurt each other IRL.
Okay, well,
I'm just so tired of this, Keem. Will you understand?
And there you have it. The whole Amber wasn't supposed to say that moment was completely made up. Just another example of how far they're willing to go to manufacture entertainment on these shows.
a lot of these moves and a lot of this stuff is directly affecting the show. All right.
I'm having heart palpitations.
I get it. But we need to protect the show. All right. We need.
I think Amber, sure, Keem wants to protect the show, whatever, I don't care about that. But Amber needs to protect her health. Like, she sat there, 600 pounds, in my opinion, 5'2", and saying she.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think, I don't know. Assuming somebody else's weight. Hello, Cramblings. Welcome. You're late, but whoops, I lost it. You're very late, but we sorry? Oh, you have on the Waterboat show this week. So honestly, I'm just saying hi. Hope everyone is having a better time than Ambi. No problem at all. Thanks so much for popping in. Adulting is only worth the effort for me because it allows me to take care of my pooches. Without pooches, I can't justify it. I relate to that very hard.
She's having heart palpitations. If she's having heart palpitations, she needs to stop doing this. The amount of stress and pressure this is putting on her body is genuinely so dangerous. Her cortisol levels will be so high, your body can't burn fat when you have cortisol at a high level, apparently, according to a video I saw the other day. And I just think that she needs to prioritize her health and her longevity. And this show is the opposite of that. The more stressed she gets, the more she needs to comfort eat afterwards. This show facilitates her being on her arse all the time. This is very bad for her health. And the fact that she's on a live stream saying that she's having heart palpitations is really concerning. Even though she calls them palpitations, it's still concerning. I saw a comment that was like, the only way we'll know if Amber's passed away is if one day she doesn't turn up to a live stream. And I know that's a really morbid thought and horrible to think, but she is at the point now where her life is so small, she doesn't see anyone apart from her feeder, who she's apparently seeing right now, and she's in these, these few walls in this small apartment rattling around. She admits herself she never goes anywhere. It's very concerning for her mental and physical health. And the fact that she's there having problems with her heart, if in fact it's true and she's not just saying it for attention, is worrying. Like, she could drop of a heart attack at any moment. Her body is 36 years old. It's been carrying extra weight her entire life. I always feel like I have to say this. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm a fatty, right? I'm a lot less fat than I used to be, but I'm still a chunk, and I know I have work to do on it too, which I'm doing. I don't know. I don't want to like come across as a full-on fucking hypocrite. I know I'm a fatty as well, but I just think.
Oh, don't worry. You always come across as a full-on hypocrite. Yeah. Are we talking about spiders and frogs? I love that. She's 35? Yeah. She'll be 36 in December, I think. Or is she? I'm trying to do math. Yeah, no, 35, yeah. Rachel is so annoying. She's not wrong about Amber needing to look after her stress levels, but why wrap it up in such an awful paper? I agree. Yeah. So awkward to watch. Yes. It's like she's speaking from different heads of the chimera. Full picture doesn't make sense. We need a thesis.
Think that almost more so because I have lived the extremely fat life, nowhere near as fat as Amber, but even at 300 pounds, bending down to tie my shoes gave me a lightheaded feeling. I was huge, I didn't fit in the bath, I felt uncomfortable all the time, couldn't walk upstairs, and that was half of Amber's size, and I'm like 5 inches taller than Amber. So it just, I don't know, man, she must be struggling so badly with her body and her pain and her health, and to think that she's prioritising this slop content, the LCU, over her physical health and living longer and saving her own life, it's worrying, right? I think it's worrying.
Need to make sure these fans get entertained. All right.
It's just a lot for one person every day, and to be the center of the topics every day. It is a lot.
But you chose that though. That's what you chose.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Rachel was 300 pounds. Rachel was almost 300 pounds when she started this stalking. Now she thinks she's skinny because she's comparing herself to Amber. Yeah. Do you know what though? I don't know if anybody else with body dysmorphia has experienced this. I've actually found it beneficial for my mental health to watch so many people like Amber and Chantel and Rosie, because I feel like it's skewing what I considered was the average range up a little bit. And it's actually doing good things for my own body image. Okay, Vera is a chicken, I'm a spider, and Darkwick is a frog. I'm calling it now. I'm glad we're on the same page.
When you joined the LCU, you signed up to be a lolcow in the lolcow universe. You've seen the shows, you know what Boogie does, you watch Tina, so my stomach's rumbling, sorry if you heard that. So you know, right? You know what you signed up for. So you can't turn around and act confused and act brand new now. You chose this life.
For me, when I just came here to talk about the LCU, bro.
Amber says she came here just to talk about the LCU, but let's be honest, she came here because she needed money. She needs Keem, and Keem needs her. Keem gets entertainment and profit, and Amber gets a paycheck and a platform. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement, but unfortunately for Amber, that also means this is part of the deal she signed with the devil. They use each other, and Keem will push things as far as he needs to if it means getting entertainment out of her. At the end of the day, Amber signed up to be the main entertainment.
Like, I've never seen someone lie with so, like, conviction. Like, you had, like...
Because they were baiting you. They were...
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, watching Tech saying that stuff back then, that was quite worrying. Like, he was lying so easily and really making it sound like it was true. So yeah, that was a little bit concerning. Keem just said they were baiting you. Sure, they were baiting you because they wanted to make Amber angry and make her shout, but that's just so fucking horrible. Like, what is this content, man? You're lying on camera to the people who are watching your live stream so that you can piss off your other host so that she'll shout and possibly get evicted. Like, come on, man.
Obviously baiting you. Not. He baited you to trigger you.
Okay.
And it happened. And now...
I will say, though, the fact that Amber didn't scream and shout during that makes me think maybe she did get a noise complaint, because otherwise, if this was all fake, when she got that angry, she could have shouted and screamed and then hammed it up like, oh no, now I'm going to get in trouble, look what you guys did. But it hasn't actually got in trouble for it. The fact that she just got pissed off like that and didn't shout and yell.
Veronica, drop $5 to remind everybody of this. You signed up to flirt with a DV victim and then called it tea, Rachel. Thank you so much, Veronica. Yes, she did. Oh, Cramblings is a ferret, got it. You didn't know, aren't they illegal here too, Joke? I'm pretty sure you can't have ferrets in Australia. Maybe it's state specific? I don't know. Girls have really helped you put things into perspective around your own body image as well as understand your own condition. Yeah, they do. And they're also quite good motivation for workouts too, I find. It's interesting how that works. French. Whoever made spider noises, I hope your pillow is overheating tonight. Veronica, as a DV survivor, I will never let her forget that. I'm not a DV survivor. Well, not really. Not what I would consider proper DV, in my opinion. I will never let her forget that either. I think that is a critical thing that we keep at the forefront of everything. Thank you so much again for that super chat. It's unforgivable. She exploited the story for her own financial gain and then just donated it to a charity as though that was going to fix everything. And then to Beck after that as though that was going to fix everything. Oh, cool. They're legal in Victoria. Right. Interesting. Oh, Veronica, you almost lost your life and she calls it tea. Yes, you are not alone in that experience. I have had a lot of people contact me with a similar sentiment around that.
makes me think that maybe it's true and she did really get a noise complaint. But as we've seen, nothing in this show is real. Keem saying here, they were just trying to bait you and piss you off, sure, but then you're undermining the integrity of your own show. You know what I mean? So you require viewers to have this kind of, I don't care if this is real or not, mindset when they watch your show. But when you have this kind of format with real people speaking and appearing to be themselves in the show, when you then find out the whole thing is fake and staged, it kind of fucks with your head, because you know, when you watch like Friends or fucking Euphoria, you know you're watching actors, you know it's not real, but here it's trying to be real, and that's what's so confusing. It's like a reality TV real life mesh, and you don't know where the truth is. And I think it's fair enough for viewers to want to feel.
Sorry, I don't know why she's struggling with this. How is this any different to 90s talk shows? I've actually, even 80s talk shows for that matter. I feel like this has been done for decades.
That what they're seeing is real or not fake, because you're watching real people, you know? So I think it does matter to the integrity of your show if it's real or scripted or whatever.
Something entertaining happened other than the fucking funeral we were happening before then.
Wow, and look, Amberlynn crashes out and actually has heart palpitations, and she was able to do it quietly. So it looks like I can do my fucking job. I think I have AFib.
Because obesity.
Why is it so impossible to do anything to better your life, right? I've talked to you about diets. I've talked to you about going to fat camp. I've talked to you about a million different things. Now you're in a situation where you're not going to really be able to do this show because you have to fucking whisper. Like, why can't we make steps in the right direction? Like, dude, you need your fucking life from top to bottom, and I'm here to help.
Amber,
yeah, I mean, she does. Keem's not there to help. Keem's there to make money off her. But she absolutely does need to change her life from top to bottom. She needs to stop eating crap and lose weight. Like, she has to. Otherwise, she is going to die. She's already going to die significantly earlier than she needed to. But she could save years on her life. And we saw it when she had cancer. She cried and was like, I can't believe I did this to myself. I caused this. But then after the fact, when she's had the surgery and she's feeling better, continues to gain more weight and act exactly the same. She's one of these people. She will not pre-plan. She will not make steps now to avoid catastrophe in the future. She would rather stay exactly as she is. And then when catastrophe strikes, she's like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened to me, this is so awful, I'm so sad. But she won't do anything now.
Yeah, no, immediate gratification absolutely goes hand in hand with arrested development for sure, because delayed gratification is kind of akin to accountability, responsibility, and all of that, you know, unfun stuff. Much more fun to order DoorDash now and worry about the wait later. But statistically, as people, as humans, because I know human things, trauma and drama and extreme situations like that are not good things to cause change, like not good catalysts to cause change. It tends to not work long term in the human brain for some reason. But yes, oh my god, shut up, Rachel. Yes. True, Veronica. Narcissists also don't think about the future. They're too impulsive. Yeah. And ultimately, I mean, I know it's bleak and I know it's dark, but Amber is an adult. And if this is what she chooses to do with her life, then there's not really anything any of us can say about it, ultimately. Yes, epiphanies are extremely fleeting. They cause motivation, and motivation is a fickle mistress. Never there when you need it to be. Yes, Mal. I went through this in detail in my How Not to Be Amberlynn series, but yeah, it's a dopamine game. Once I started learning about the human brain's dopaminergic? I have not seen that word like that before. System. I started learning how to game it, thus leading me to start to grow from my arrested development. Yeah, it really is. Dopamine is just supposed to be the little catalyst that makes you go, oh, I need to do something. I feel like I'm going to do something. And then you're supposed to do the action, which then releases other feel-good hormones that are much more sustainable. Dopamine should not be relied on, but Amber relies on it completely.
Now to stop that happening to her is crazy, and we saw it with her cancer and we're seeing it again now. She's 36 and she's carrying like 450 or more extra pounds, so that is going to kill you. And when something bad happens, you'll get scared. You need to get scared right now.
Would you be willing to get the soundproof panels?
I can't right now. I have to pay taxes soon. I don't have the money. That's point blank period. My money problem, my money situations is no one else's fucking business. I shouldn't have to put
That's so crazy though, because $800 compared to how much she's earning and how much she's earned in the past is not a lot. Her tax bill, she should have that all saved anyway. Every paycheck, you don't think of that money as your money. You put it to the side and go, that's taxes. That was never mine in the first place. And even after doing that, she should still have $800 to pay to invest in her job. You know what I mean? This is just, I don't know, so weird.
Put that out into the world.
Okay.
So they reached the goal to play the video that Amber's neighbor took from outside her window of her screaming.
they
They
did.
only played the audio to avoid doxing where she lives.
We're going to play in 3, 2, 1.
I mean, it does sound like it could be real.
Yeah, that's a good point, Darkwick. You kind of think it's like food insecurity. You stuff yourself because you don't know when you'll eat next. You choose instant gratification because your life sucks. And financially, she's also doing it as well. And she's aware of that because she didn't have anything growing up. And so she spends it all when she gets it. And I think all of these things are linked for sure. Money bags, Rachel. Yeah. Well, not everybody has the same relationship with money. Just like everything in life, learning to budget, learning to manage your money is a learned skill. Amber has never sought to educate herself on this and practice this skill. So is it no wonder that she doesn't have the $800? Because at the moment, what she's looking at is, what do you want more, your DoorDash or your soundproofing? And she wants the DoorDash, or she wants the Lego, or she wants to do whatever she does with her money.
But it also sounds like it could just be a recording of the live stream that's gone through some kind of audio processing. So there's no way of knowing. And without showing the video, you can't tell as well if it's real. Also, is this filmed from outside the apartment building, as in through the window, or is it filmed through the front door? It's kind of hard to tell, like from outside in the hallway or outside the building. You know what I mean?
Let me go back.
All right, Amber, listen, stop this. All right. There's no reason to be sad. Let's just fix the fucking show. All right.
There's no way to tell if that video is real or not. I can tell you with basic audio editing knowledge, it would be very easy to fake that. But we also know that Keem is not above using AI for this kind of thing. So who knows?
By fixing the show, maybe we need to rent like a little studio for you to go to do your show every day or something.
Like an office, like one of those small offices, because like no one would be there at the time of the show.
Well,
it's an office space.
But now you're asking Amber to leave her house 5 days a week.
Yeah, like a normal person. I mean, technically, it could be a show expense.
Yeah, French. Keem offered to pay for a whole new apartment. She could get the soundproofing. She doesn't want to. That is to do with the comfort bubble that she set up. It is, I think, so anxiety inducing for her to imagine any other way of life, because this one works for her, that she is resistant to all of it, all of the change, just everything.
Super chat.
I mean, leaving your house 5 days a week, and Keem just said it could be a show expense, so she wouldn't even have to pay for that travel. That's crazy. Almost everyone, most people, leave their house for work. It's normal. She has had 10 years of luck and being coddled and gifted this incredible job, and she has squandered it, shit it up the wall, and done nothing with it. She's done no good. She's harmed other people. She's saved absolutely no money. So it's very difficult to feel. I do not feel.
In the height of my grips of the Arrested Development, somebody suggested that I just take public transport like it's no big deal. The thought terrified me. It really did. There's so much around public transport. I'll get to it in a second, sorry. Thank you so much, Veronica. It's like when she said she should choose her health or money, and I thought to myself, that's a stupid question, because when you die, you can't take the money. Yeah, that's very true. Thank you so much. But there's a lot, when you have never used public transport, there's so many factors that are terrifying in an anxiety-ridden brain, because like, these days you have to have a special card, you know, where you tap. I think, I don't know, I'm guessing America probably has that. So you need to organize that. You need to understand where you tap it and when you tap it, and you need to understand how timetables work. And then with Amber, there's that whole added situation of just climbing onto a bus or going through, you know, the, what are they called? You know, in train stations, they have like the things that you push through to get through. She wouldn't fit through that, so she would need to seek a different route. And all of these things, to take all of these things into account during an anxiety moment when you're just having it flippantly thrown at you like this, it is terrifying, it is overwhelming. I just want to put that out there. I also want to underline that should she face that, absolutely she should. I think going out on public transport would be a wonderful experience for Amber. But she's not going to go out of her house every day to do a live stream. She's just not at this point in her life. You could get stabbed for a cigarette on a bus. Are you living in a safe area? This is an important, meaningful conversation, but all I can think about is getting a hot chocolate from the machine in the lunchroom, but you're the only one left at work to mind the sales floor. Hey, the important things in life, okay, Cramblings? Yes, exactly, Belle. She's also super self-conscious about her looks. She wouldn't want to step on a bus. There's so much to think about. I understand why she wouldn't want to do that. She should do that, but I can understand why she wouldn't want to. It's this whole conversation, I have no doubt, is highly overstimulating for her. And it's why I say I don't think Keem understands what he's doing here. I think he is way in over his head in this conversation.
Any sympathy for her. She should have this all taken out from under her, rip the carpet out. She then needs to go get a job somewhere real and experience real life. She's blessed and lucky to have made any money on the internet at all, as I am, as everybody who makes money online is, because it's so easy and you're so lucky. And I can't believe how entitled she is. It's crazy.
It could be a show expense that comes off the show, like off the top before any money gets split up.
Imagine, not only that, imagine your employer is willing to pay for you to go work in another space that they're going to pay for and pay for your travel both ways every day. Most people would be like, oh my god, I can't believe how generous that is, thank you so much. Most people pay for their own commute, right? Like, you're so lucky that you have a boss who's even offering you that. And look at her, just sat there dejected. Woe is me, oh no, I'm so sad. My cushy job is becoming slightly less cushy. Honestly, it's just embarrassing.
Rachel has no idea. And once again, she has zero perspective on this situation. And like I say, I totally agree. Amber should do all this. Amber should get out of her comfort zone. She should go to work, to have that second location that you go to. That's wonderful. But Rachel, totally clueless.
So even if it was like $1,000 a month for like a small little 1-bedroom apartment or something.
Oh, dear Heavenly Father, how do I get there every day?
Oh, how do I get...
Sorry, I need to rant on this. Amber is a self-proclaimed... What does she say? Atheist or agnostic? Either way. I hate it when non-religious people use religious things. Like, because Amber is the sort of person that goes, oh no, I don't believe in God. But then prays when she really needs it. So you do believe in God. Label it what it is. And by the way, this is not me claiming or not claiming religion, that what I believe is totally outside it. It's just a pet peeve. I hate that. I hate it. And every time she does it, I just, like, commit to one side. If you're going to pray in an emergency, then you are whatever belief system you're praying to. That's as simple as that. It upsets you. Oh. Yep, not just me. Yes, hey Chazzy. In Amber's situation, she needs baby steps. First to get a travel card, then to try one transport option, and one area to learn the route, and timetable, and slowly move forward from that. I agree, and I don't see anything wrong either with, because facing fears in baby steps is fine, because it's still action. But it would even be good if, say, she did the first couple with Mama Lynn, just to go, okay, I know what this is about. I at least know the core things. I know where my stop is going to be, because I don't know about all of you, but I used to need to memorize what landmarks were coming right before my stop, and I would look for those. And so then you can do that with somebody else, and it's less intimidating. But yeah. Yeah, it doesn't need to be too far, just a couple of stops. Like, they'll find a spot. Keem will find her a spot. Oh, I didn't mean to say she's agnostic and atheist. I couldn't remember which one she called herself. Bothers you so much. Prayer is about being genuine in your thoughts and words and actions. And if you don't believe, that don't believe. I like, personally, I don't really care what spiritual thing people subscribe to, whether it's a religion or a philosophy or whatever. But like, don't do what Amber's doing with it. Thank you so much, Veronica. Oops, I clicked on creeds by accident. I think most narcissists don't believe in God because that would mean they'll be judged by God for the horrific things they did. Just a thought, maybe. I feel like I know plenty of narcissists who are religious. You used to be a Baptist and messing up the Lord's Prayer would result in a bloody lip. Did she mess it up? Like, was she actually saying something? Sorry, I'm not familiar. Honestly, your opinion is Amber only says she's agnostic because she doesn't have, like, the intellect and the nuanced thinking to dig deeper and find true spiritual belief system. Yeah. Fail. I don't want to think about Amber's horrific thongs. Regular ones would be horrific enough. No, you wrote it, Veronica. It's there. It's immortalized now.
Get there every day, get in an Uber, order an Uber XL, learn to drive. I don't know if she could learn to drive. In fact, I'm pretty sure she couldn't learn to drive. But that's your fault, right?
Why couldn't she learn to drive, Rachel? Why? Why would you put that out there? Why?
It's nobody else's fault. You're not a victim. You don't sit there and go, oh, how am I going to get there every day? You've eaten yourself to a point where you cannot move, walk or drive or get in an Uber. That's your fault. You might not like it, but the truth is you have no one to blame but yourself.
Probably not walking. Well, okay, Keem says walking. I was thinking probably not that.
Well, she needs to walk. Have you seen her?
Yeah, I mean, if it comes on the top of the show, I'm down. That means that like a certain percentage gets pulled from each of us.
What about if her apartment has like storage units or garages? What about doing one of those?
You could yell in the garage.
A storage unit.
They're probably way cheaper.
No, their storage unit. No, it wouldn't work because I have a storage unit here and it won't work.
Is there seething in Rachel's eyes? Why is she this impassioned?
People watching think that everything is just so easy to figure out. Well, it's not. I don't drive, so you can kiss my.
Well, if you don't drive,
it is easy to figure out. Oh my god, does she not see how lucky she is? Jesus Christ!
How do you go anywhere or do anything?
Rachel just got done listing how Amber's life is horrible because of her health, and then literally turns around in the next sentence and says, "Does she not realize how lucky she is?" You need a real therapist to react to Rachel. I think that would be an interesting watch. Whoops. Double clicked. Yes, anyone can do anything for themselves to they just have to make the choice for themselves. Yes, that's the key. Amber chooses not to do these things. She chooses to prioritize her DoorDash. Well said. Perfectly said.
I don't really go anywhere.
Mommy.
Oh,
and there it is.
Sake.
She never goes anywhere. She never does anything. Imagine how bad that would be for your head to never go out. Crazy. So bad for you, man.
We need to get you driving ASAP. I will teach you how to drive.
No joke, Amber. Just get a cute little studio with an actual professional setup and decorations. Treat this like you.
Oh, sorry, I've paused at the wrong place. Hang on.
care, bro.
True.
Yeah, treat this like you care is such a good point. But also, can you imagine the content of Keemstar teaching Amber Reed to drive? You know how I would watch the shit out of that? If he went down to Oklahoma, rented like a nice hotel room, and then some for her and one for him, and then there's like some place where they can drive, and we got the content of Keemstar teaching Amber Reed to drive, I would watch the shit out of that. Even if she got a car with hand control.
I hate that she's giddy with this. What I will say too, something that I experienced with my Arrested Development was that there are certain milestones in life that for the most part, the majority of people hit at similar ages. And, you know, in Australia, driving tends to be 17 and things like that. And when you get to a point where you feel like you've missed that milestone by years, it's a really, really horrible feeling. And I remember dealing with that feeling several times in my life. And it's almost like at that point, the longer you leave it, the more built up it becomes. Does that make sense? I'm trying to articulate a feeling that comes with this. And I didn't miss the driving milestone by too far, but there were several others. And it's just not quite this simple. And Rachel has zero perspective on what it's like to live like this. She comes off, I don't know for sure, but she at least comes off that she has had an extremely privileged upbringing with minimal adversity. Love that for her, but she shouldn't be speaking on these things. Be like, what a baby. Wow, you're still live? Couldn't use your phone. I am still live. I am doing a little bit longer because I couldn't shut up and I wanted to at least, I don't know, get towards the end here, but then I keep talking. Yeah, look, I don't know if it is a spoiled rich kid, but it's certainly giving that, right? Yes, Rachel is there for Amber's humiliation. It's so gross. When I was learning to drive, I had multiple panic attacks and bouts of crying. Oh, me too. Why would she want to watch that? I know, I did that too. I had to pull over on a freeway once and just, yeah, it was horrible. Only daughter. Username. Shame. I love that. Rachel and Emily's tone packs. Oh my god, I love this channel. Amber and Emily are broken up again. Amber showed the screenshot on live. Interesting. Rachel girl could be... a girl could be coming back to her. I'll be waiting for the clock up. Oh my gosh, be like what a baby. You learned to drive on a stick when you were 12. I still can't. And it's funny because I have an open license, but I've never.
Controls. There are plenty of people who are amputees who still drive. You just have to spend the money on a car with hand controls. She could do that. She's just lazy and can't be asked. Everything that requires any kind of effort, time, focus, investment, she just can't be bothered. She's just so lazy.
But would you be willing to switch apartments like the one that I told you, like getting an in unit and on the top floor?
No.
Why?
If we can find a little tiny place for me to go every single day so I can scream and yell at my freedom, then we could do that. But I don't know how that would even happen. I would have to talk to my mom. Would she be willing to drive me every day and pick me up every day? That's a big expense on her, so I would probably have to pay her for that and like gas.
I think it's wise that Amber doesn't want to change apartments just because in the event of a fire where the elevators aren't operational, that's dangerous. Like, let's be honest, that is a legitimately dangerous situation.
And this and that's of it all.
Just get in an Uber. Get in an Uber. Why is she immediately going to her mum driving her? That's so crazy. If you can get in your mum's car, then you can get in an Uber, right? Just get in a fucking Uber. I mean, I say that in one of my previous videos. I literally say she wouldn't fit in an Uber. So I don't know, man. But get in a van or something. There'll be like a man with a van who's willing to drive her. There are things you can do in this life. If you lie back and go, oh, it's so hard, I can't do it, then you never will. Things are either a problem or an opportunity for you to problem solve. And it's very clear which way Amber's head goes.
Oh, Veronica Sweden, your son is kind of doing what we've been talking about. Your son is driving you crazy. He keeps calling from the airport in Gothenburg. I have no idea where that is, but it sounds great. Me during the live, so I've missed so much. It's his first time flying alone and he's heading for London. I love that. See, and he needs you. Just a little bit of moral support, but he's doing the baby steps.
going to be financially a burden.
Just move. That place sucks. You can't even raise your voice there.
No, I love living here, and regardless of where you live, I do not want to yell and have my neighbors hear that.
Move so you don't have neighbors that'll hear that.
In a townhouse.
Then I would have to live in a house, and I do not feel safe in a house. I feel safe here because we have a security guard. You can't get in unless you have a key fob. Like, all the doors are locked. I feel very safe here. I am always doxxed.
Keem, what do you plan to teach?
I mean, I sort of get that. If she was living in a townhouse somewhere, she would be completely on her own, and she would get doxxed. Just like Foodie gets doxxed, she'd be doxxed to fuck. And she obviously would be too lazy to get security cameras or take any kind of security measures. So yeah, she'd be doxxed to hell, and people would stand outside her house and film her because there are weirdos that they would absolutely do that. I'm not necessarily on the side that she should move, but I think soundproofing the apartment is a brilliant idea. Just soundproof one room, soundproof all the walls and ceiling of one room, and also your audio will be better, so it's a win-win.
Her to drive in an RV?
Absolutely.
Fupa should not be punished by cutting her salary just because Amber will not pay $800 for some freaking soundproof panels. Just let her deduct it from her taxes as a work expense. Don't make Fupa pay for Amber's new office.
Thank you. Give her $20.
Not happening.
Isn't this like your career?
So she won't deduct it from her taxes as a work expense. Well, oh god, whatever. She's such an idiot.
Oh, shouldn't you just get soundproof panels for future?
I'm not f***ing doing it. Shut the f*** up. I'm allowed to speak and have a show that is clearly successful without me f***ing screaming.
Yeah, but your landlord says you're not allowed to speak. He's telling you, stop.
Yeah, I also think that Keem probably doesn't understand what it's like to be a woman on her own, as well as a woman who has impaired mobility. I am inclined to agree that a house probably wouldn't work for Amber on several levels, but security, yeah, I'd be with her on that. I wouldn't want to be in a house in her situation either. More voice notes hitting Rachel's phone in 3, 2, 1. Well, we're a little bit early for another Rachel cluck up. I'm expecting one next month. But you know what? We're working on averages, so I think it's acceptable to have a natural bell curve where cluck ups might happen sooner. Yeah?
I look at you differently, so it's fine.
That's totally fine. Because every time we have a good show idea, it's like, no, I don't want to do this.
So we get to the end of the stream, and they're clearly desperate for anything that resembles content. And of course, they start talking about Beck.
Beck posted an update.
Who?
Beck.
You're so dumb.
This is Beck. I want to give you guys an update on how I've been feeling lately. I'm really proud of my progress, even if it might seem small right now. I've started walking every day, and I feel like I can go a bit further every time. Do you like Beck? Who here likes Beck? No one? Okay. Who doesn't
Look,
like
Amber's
Beck?
smiling and grinning. Look at her. She's so happy. Oh no, people don't like Beck. That means they like me. No, that's not how that works, son.
Beck, raise your hand.
No, I feel
Not
bad
a
for Beck. I do think they were by Amber in different ways. It's just that I feel like they were given a platform, and instead of like just making a simple video and updating people, they just asked for money instead of making a
Well, do
video.
you want to know why?
I mean, if you look actually at what Beck's been going through, if you look at the picture they posted, I'm sure they posted a photo at some point of how swollen their face was. They've been going through like serious medical treatment. You're not going to want to get on camera. You're going to feel puffy and gross. And Girl World is a rough environment often anyway.
They won't make a video is because they're still with a PDF. And they lied about breaking up with her.
Okay, let's stop showing
So
Beck.
Beck lied.
I have to say, and I'm so sorry, but I fucking hate when she speaks like that. It is the most condescending bullshit thing ever. It also just absolutely puts me off how cocky Amber is about somebody else. Like, she is one of the worst people. She has her own allegations. And I don't know, man, she needs to worry about herself. That's my opinion on it. I hope Beck's not still with that person, but I don't know if they are or not. And again, as always, you can't trust a word Amber says. So whether Amber is lying or isn't lying, she's so famous for lying. Anything she says, particularly when it's to make other people look bad, she has a precedent of lying, particularly about PDF.
I hate this so much. So much. For anybody who's seen this part of the LCU live stream, does anything of relevance happen around this? I can't remember. I don't think I've seen it. But I'm kind of erring on the side of not dealing with the Beck stuff. I don't like any of these people talking about Beck. I really don't. We can't all be like water baby. Glorious. Why the clock does she keep talking about Beck? Both Amber and Rachel need to shut the clock up. I agree. Were you rude? Be like water baby. I did not see. Shame. Yeah, you're really so sick of all these people talking about Beck. Beck needs to be left completely alone. Yeah. And I do get that they're still putting up stuff on their platforms to keep their fans like informed and things like that. And I think that's fine, but I don't like these people speaking about Beck. Yeah, and Rachel always talks about Casey. Yes, either donate to them or don't, but they have legitimately been through some extreme health issues recently and they don't need to be dragged into this mess. And I understand that like American medical expenses are absurd. So is it okay to, in that scenario, to be asking for money on their platform? I think that's okay. I think if people want to, it's funny, I'm about to do a hungry fat chick video and a similar situation comes up with asking the platform for money, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that scenario, but this scenario, I don't know, it's her own platform, their own platform. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it's people keep saying Beck is still with Dakota because they don't stream. Have they considered Beck can't afford a camera or mic? Or is just too sick to and doesn't want to? Yes, I feel this friend. She really doubt Amber knows anything personal going on with Beck. Unless the two idiots who backstabbed her are feeding her info. Yeah. Oh, you did? You donated to Beck a few times. That's your business. Indeed. I'm glad you did. Ah, absurd is an understatement. The medical system in the US is extortion. Although the system that we have in Australia has its issues too, but not going to bankrupt you, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, I might leave it there because I just don't want this to be platformed. What I will say is if you are so inclined and you can, head on over to Beck's page if you want to donate to them and help them through everything. That's pretty much the extent that I don't know if a mod wants to link it if they can, but that's pretty much the extent that I want to be speaking about Beck on my platform. Wow, each year you use 1/3 of your income on insurance and medical bills. Goodness. Yeah, that's rough. It's kind of, because you still have to wait for treatment as well, don't you? And so it's not like you pay a fortune and then immediately get in. You still have, occasionally there's still a waiting time, because in Australia, like if you're in the public system, you're not probably going to pay. There are some scenarios where you still do, but for the most part, you're not going to pay, but sometimes you have to wait quite a while to get into the public system. And that can be risky if you have an aggressive situation, like a cancer or something like that. Yeah, so you're waiting too. Your child is type 1 and so much isn't covered well. And yes, there can be a 6+ month waiting. Thank you so much, Darkwick. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so head on over there if you want to donate to Beck. We'll shout them out in that capacity and hope the best for them. Depends, not terribly long in some cases. Mental health takes an eternity. I think a lot of people relate to Beck because we were also abused. Yeah. We see what they went through with Amber. It can't have been pretty. It really can't. Oh, thank you, Cramblings. Yes. Little titties. Okay, my nuggets. I'm going to finish it there today. Thank you so much. I think there was a lot that came out of that video. It was a good video to react to. It wasn't a great video for Rachel to have made. I can see that she's getting a little bit more ratioed on this video than she has in her other videos, but from what I can tell, it's largely about the politics stuff. But thank you so much for everybody who's been in here chatting and lurking. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to everybody who gifted memberships and super chatted. Way too generous. Way too generous. And thank you to all of my replay nuggets, because I know you'll be coming in. I appreciate each and every one of you. But for now, that is all the clocks I have left to give. Stay golden, my little nuggets, and I'll catch you next time.